Shh. When the polishing is done, Lyra sets the cloth aside. Then, with a fingertip, she tests the smoothness of the modder, making sure every degree is perfectly clean and shiny. Good. Now, with her thumbs, she begins to turn the astrolabe. Outside, the wind whistles around the tower, tugging at the flags that stream from the castle ramparts. This side, the underside of the astrolabe, is decorated with delicate tracery. There are no markings here, only the promise of things unseen. The shapes are ghostly, pale and fast, like the spirits of departed souls dancing at the edge of sight. She knows where they will be next hour, next day, next week, next year. But the positions of the planets change subtly over time. The first hints of dawn begin to stain the east a pale violet. First light of dawn has crept through the window and painted the wall a pale lavender. Outside, the sky is a swirl of pinks and oranges and deep blues. Lyra is done for the night. She washes her hands in a basin of water brought up from the kitchens below. She dries them carefully on a linen towel and runs her fingers through her silver braid. Rest now, old friend. Sleep till the sun dips low in the sky once more. Then it will be time to gather the stars once more. Slowly, she begins to take the astrolabe apart. She separates the pieces one by one, laying each on the table beside her. Each piece is a star in its own right, and each tells its own story. The modder is the foundation, the network of circles that go around the stars. The reed, a lattice of brass, moves across the modder, allowing her to superimpose the stars on the backdrop of the zodiac. The second, smaller, movable disc, the alidade, helps her measure distances and cast horoscopes. The third piece, the plumb bob, hangs from the bottom of the alidade. It is a plummet, a weight that aligns the astrolabe with the horizon. Together, these four parts make a universe. Portable heaven that fits in the palm of Lyra's hand. That is why Lyra must keep watching. The heavens are never still. Nothing is ever the same twice. Even the stars themselves shift ever so slightly. Over the course of a lifetime, with her free hand, Lyra cups her chin, her fingers splayed across her knuckles like the limbs of a tree. She uses her forearm to block the light of the moon. For tonight, she doesn't need the moon to help her. She wants to see only the stars. She is going to follow the path of the planets to chart their wanderings across the sky. Close your eyes, breathe deeply and evenly. Let go of the day, of worry and stress, and dream sweet dreams beneath the starlight. You are safe here in the quiet tower with the astronomer. The fire is low, the stars are out, and the night is yours. To read their signs, she knows their courses well. Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. She knows their cycles, their backwards motions, the ways they glimmer and gleam. One by one, she finds them, starting with the swiftest planet, the messenger of the gods, swift Mercury. He's easiest to find, closest to the sun, and therefore, always near the horizon, his light gleams brilliantly, sharp and quick like a knife. Next comes Venus, gleaming goddess of love and beauty. She shines brightly, even brighter than Mercury, a clear and steady light that seems to burn the deepest blue in the black sky. After her, Mars, god of war. Tonight, he appears as a small, angry red point of light, almost too dim to see, but still unmistakable. On to Jupiter, the king of the planets. He shines the color of honey and is unmistakable with his bright, steady light. Finally, Saturn, old and slow. His light is pale gold like the end of a candle flame. All 5 planets are out tonight. It is a rare sight, and Lyra feels a thrill shoot through her, an echo of the excitement she felt as a young girl discovering the stars. Lyra runs her thumb along the curve of the rim. Time to get to work. Beyond the castle walls, the woods are indigo pools of shadow and starlight. She positions it so that the modder is against the curve of the wall and the open sky is behind it. She adjusts the astrolabe until its equator, a thin line of brass, is lined up perfectly with the horizon. The horizon is easy to find tonight. The stars are her guide. The constellations stand high above the castle like silent, watchful sentinels. Their bright lights are her helpers. Using the astrolabe without them would be like trying to read a book in total darkness. The trees stand straight and dark against the brightening sky. Even up here, so high in the heavens, the moon can be seen full and radiant in the velvety dark. Lyra closes her eyes, feeling its presence rather than seeing it. She can tell the time of night by the moon alone, by the position of its silver glow. Without opening her eyes, she can tell how high the tide is in the harbor, how wet the earth is in the fields, how cold the night is in the mountain paths. She is a creature of the night and of the stars, and they tell her all she needs to know. First the ring of hours, then the ring of degrees. As she does, the firelight paints a moving pattern of gold across the brass. A moment later, she is tracing the rim with a slim silver fingernail. She wears rings on many of her fingers, each one more plain than the last. They are simple bands of silver and copper, and she traces them with the tips of her nails as she turns the astrolabe. When she is finished, she opens her palm and shows the underside of the motto to the firelight. Perfect, not a speck of dust remains. She lays the astrolabe down, folds her hands in her lap, and leans back to watch the flames for a time. The silence in the tower is absolute. The only sounds are the crackling of the fire and her slow, regular breathing. Outside, the night grows darker, cooler. High in the sky, the constellations will silently overhead. Lyra doesn't look up at them yet. She knows what she will see without looking. Patterns in the sky are burned into her memory, into her soul. Has been reading the stars for longer than she can remember. For longer, perhaps, than anyone in the kingdom could remember. How old is Lyra? No one knows. But when the king was young, when his father was still the prince, and when the princess was but a babe, Lyra was already here in this tower, quietly watching the stars. She rises then, slowly, carefully, and goes to the window. Then she turns and walks back to the astrolabe. She picks it up, turns the monitor over, and brings the other side to the firelight. She stands up again and takes her place behind the astrolabe. As Lyra traces the paths of the stars, their light paints fleeting patterns on the wall behind the astrolabe. With her astrolabe, she traces the arc of their courses, committing their positions to memory. Lyra watches the planets for a long time until she can commit their positions to heart. The sky changes around her. The constellations climb higher. She puts the pieces away one by one. The fire has dwindled to glowing embers. And you, my friend, you can rest too. You can sleep now. SHH, SHH, SHH. The air inside the tower is still and cold. Outside, the wind moans against the stone walls, rattling the casements and whipping the rain into a frenzy. It's a wild night, but up here in the highest tower, it's quiet. Underneath, nestled in a tangle of brass and velvet, is an astrolabe. The monitor is the heart of the astrolabe. It is a circular plate of brass finely engraved with a series of concentric circles and radiating lines. This is the first piece that tells a story. It is the climate plate, the map of the sky, and it is unique to this place, this tower, this moment in time. This is the final piece of the puzzle, the arm that slides along the monitor, allowing her to measure angles and distances between the stars. The fire in the hearth crackles merrily, casting long shadows on the ceiling. The wind outside howls, but up here in the tower, everything is still and silent. It is a perfect night for stargazing, a night for unraveling the mysteries of the cosmos. Lyra rises, stretching, her joints aching, her muscles weary, but her spirit soaring. If you did, please consider subscribing and leaving a comment below to let me know what you found most captivating about Lyra as Night of Stargazing. What resonates with you in this story? Is it the meticulous preparation of the astrolabe, the intimate connection with the tools of observation, or the profound sense of peace and purpose that Lyra finds in her solitary pursuit? Perhaps it is the evocative imagery of the windswept tower or the comforting presence of the fire that speaks to you. Or maybe it's the lyrical prose and the immersive storytelling that draws you into this enchanting narrative. Whatever it is that captures your imagination, I would love to hear your thoughts. Thank you for joining me on this journey tonight, and until next time, keep looking up at the stars. She gazes out the window at the rising sun, at the sky she has just explored, and a smile touches her lips. The stars have spoken, their secrets revealed, and she is ready to listen. Lyra takes a deep breath, filling her lungs with the crisp night air. She closes her eyes, listening to the wind, the fire, the silence. When she opens her eyes, they are bright with excitement, shining with the light of 1,000 stars. She turns to read, setting the stars in motion, and begins her work. Lyra runs her fingers along its length, feeling the smooth, cool metal under her touch. Lyra's face is illuminated by the glow of the astrolabe, her features sharp and clear in the flickering firelight. She is lost in her work, her brow furrowed in concentration, her lips moving in silent prayer. The wind outside grows stronger, shaking the tower, rattling the windows. But inside it is still and calm. Fire burns low, sending sparks spiraling up the chimney, joining the stars in their silent dance. Lyra's hand moves gracefully, confidently across the astrolabe, measuring, observing, recording. She is a conduit between the earth and the heavens, receiving the messages of the stars, interpreting their ancient language. She speaks in a low voice, her words barely audible above the crackle of the fire, but they are filled with power. She names the constellations as they wheel across the sky, tracing their paths, reading their signs. The alidade is adorned with sights, small openings that align with the stars, allowing her to read their positions on the mater. The fire crackles, the wind sighs, the stars turn, and Lyra watches in trance, knowing that in this moment she is part of something bigger than herself, part of the endless cycle of the cosmos, part of the eternal dance of the heavens. The night is far spent, the sky is awash with starlight, and Lyra's work is done. The answers she seeks are written in the stars, and she has read them with a steady hand and a patient heart. Now, as the first rays of dawn begin to touch the horizon, she carefully dismantles her astrolabe, laying the parts out on the table like precious jewels. Each piece is a testament to the complexity, the elegance, the mystery of the universe. As she works, she hums that old song, the song of the skies, the song of the soul. The stars themselves seem to echo her melody. It is also equipped with a vernier scale, a device used to measure angles with great accuracy. Carefully, she attaches the alidade to the reed, securing it in place. It slides easily along the mater, gliding through the engraved lines like a ship cutting through the waves of the celestial sea. The tympan is thin and delicate, yet it holds the weight of the world. It has been crafted to show the stars as they appear from this exact vantage point, from this very tower. The intricate lines and curves are a record of countless observations, a testament to the patience and precision required to understand the heavens. Lyra unfolds the tympan, smoothing out any wrinkles and creases, ensuring it is pristine, ready to tell its tale. With gentle hands, she places the tympan on the mater, aligning it with the center of the plate. It fits perfectly, as if it were made to be there. These markings allow her to measure angles and positions of the stars. It is the engine of the astrolabe, allowing her to track the movement of the stars across the sky. Lyra carefully removes the reed from its velvet wrapping, its gears and pivots glistening in the firelight. She examines the intricate workings, making sure everything is moving freely, everything is in balance. Each gear and pinion is a masterpiece of craftsmanship, each bearing and jewel a testament to the precision required to unlock the secrets of the cosmos. Gently, she sets the reed in place, engaging the pins and securing it in position. The reed revolves on a series of concentric circles, representing the paths of the planets and the stars. Lyra spins them slowly, watching as the constellations turn and twist, tracing their ancient paths across the sky. It is also decorated with images of mythological figures, their faces obscured by time, but their poses still graceful, still powerful. Lyra traces the lines on the mater, her fingers lingering over the constellations that lie along them. She knows every inch of this plate, every curve, every edge detail. It is a part of her as she is a part of it. As she prepares the astrolabe, Lyra hums a wordless tune, a melody that echoes the rhythm of her movements. It's an old song passed down from generations of star watchers, a song of the skies, a song of the soul. Its main plate, called a mater, rests at the center, gleaming softly in the firelight. Round it are scattered the smaller parts of the instrument, each one intricately crafted, each one essential to the task ahead. First, the tympan or climate plate, which is like a map of the sky. Then the reed, a network of rotating plates and pointers that track the motion of the stars. And finally, the alidade, a sliding arm with sights that allows her to measure angles and distances between the stars. These three parts, so precise, so elegantly engineered, are the keys to unlocking the secrets of the cosmos. And Lyra knows them intimately. She understands their strengths, their weaknesses, their quirks. She trusts them completely. They are her partners in a silent conversation that stretches back centuries. They are a connection to a long line of star watchers who have delved into the mysteries. The night sky, seeking knowledge and finding wonder. The fire in the hearth burns low, sending flickering shadows dancing on the stone floor. The only sound is the crackling of the flames and the low hum of Lyra's voice. As she talks to herself, more a sound of concentration than of loneliness. Her hands, weathered and strong, work with a practiced grace. She is preparing her instruments, making ready for the coming night. She works at a small table beside the window, pushing back a heavy, dark cloth to reveal what lies beneath. Lyra begins with the mater. She takes it in her hands, running her thumb over its polished surface, memorizing its weight, its balance, its feel. She moves to the tympan, lifting it carefully from its velvet cushion. Now it is time for the reed, the network of rotating plates and pointers. With the reed set, it is time to prepare the aladade. And now, with the astrolabe fully assembled, Lyra steps back to admire her handiwork. The hours pass, measured by the silent turning of the stars. Outside, the storm rages. But inside the tower, everything is still and peaceful. The sky is clearing, the wind is falling, and the tower is filled with the soft light of approaching day. I hope you enjoyed this serene scene. Lyra, apprentice clockmaker, leans forward on her stool. Her thumb still is on the rim of the mater. Her gaze drifts back to the velvet-lined tray, to the most intricate piece of all. It is time for the heart of the astrolabe. It is time for the reed. If the mater is the mother, and the tympan is the map, then the reed. The reed is the dancer. It is the living, moving part of this small, brass universe. Its name comes from an old word for net, and it is easy to see why. Lyra reaches for it, her fingers tracing its outline in the air for just a moment before making contact. It is a disc of brass like the others, but it is not solid. It has been painstakingly cut and filed away, leaving only a delicate, open-work web of metal, a skeletal framework that is both fragile and strong. It looks like the golden tracery of a leaf after autumn, or a spider web spun from solidified sunlight. She picks it up. It is lighter than the tympan, a filigree of brass that barely registers in her palm. The firelight shines through it, casting a complex, shifting latticework of shadow onto the dark oak table. The outer circle of the reed is a solid band representing the ecliptic path the sun seems to follow across the sky throughout the year. It is marked with the signs of the zodiac, their familiar symbols carved in elegant, flowing script. Lyra's finger might brush against the symbol for Libra or the curling tail of Scorpius, but it's the interior of the reed that holds the magic. From this ecliptic ring, slender, curved arms of brass reach inward like the branches of a stylized tree. At the end of many of these branches are small, sharp points. They curve upwards like graceful, wicked thorns on a golden rose. Each of these little pointers is a star. They are the brightest stars in the heavens, the silent, shining beacons of the night. Each point has a name, though they are not written here. Lyra knows them as well as her own. That one is Vega, bright in blue-white. That one is Altair, and there the unmistakable glare of Arcturus. Holding the reed is like holding a frozen constellation in her hand. She turns it, and the star pointers catch the light, each one glinting in turn. A tiny, sharp flash of gold dot glint, dot glint, dot glint. Little sparks in the gloom. Imagine those little flashes of light, like distant stars blinking in the darkness behind your closed eyes. Gentle, brief, and peaceful. This is the Stargazer. When this net is laid over the map of the tympan and turned just so, it will show her exactly which stars are rising, which are setting, and which are high above the castle at this very moment. It is a machine for telling time, powered by the turning of the earth itself. A medieval computer whose only language is the silent, predictable dance of the cosmos. With the utmost care, Lyra brings the reed over the astrolabe. She aligns the hole in its center with the post that rises from the middle of the mater. Post is the pivot point for the whole universe, the north pole around which everything turns. She lowers the reed. Slowly, the delicate web descends towards the engraved map of the tympan. The moment before they touch, there is a beautiful sight. The shadow of the reed, the shadow of the stars, is cast upon the map below it. For a fleeting instant, shadow stars rest upon their celestial pathways. Then, with a soft, final tink, the reed settles onto the central pin. It is a clean, high-pitched sound, the sound of precision, of perfect fit. The dancer has found its stage. Now, the astrolabe looks nearly complete. Through the open spaces of the reed, you can see the lines of the tympan beneath, the horizon line, the curves of the sky, and laid over it all, this golden net of stars. It is a layered reality, a sandwich of cosmic perspectives, all held together in this one small object. Lyra places one finger on the edge of the reed, and with a gentle, smooth pressure, she turns it. It moves without a sound, a silent, clockwise rotation as she turns it. The little star pointers glide over the map below. She watches as the pointer for Vega sweeps in a majestic arc. Across the brass sky, she sees the pointer for the brilliant star Capella rise above the engraved horizon line. The movement is hypnotic, the slow, circular sweep of the star net. It mirrors the grand, slow turning of the real sky outside the tower window. A motion so vast and slow you cannot perceive it, but it is always happening, the constant, silent turning of the world. Let your mind drift with that slow turning motion, a gentle spiraling feeling, round and round, deeper and deeper, into relaxation. The movement is smooth, predictable, and safe, just like you're breathing, in and out. Fire breathes in and out as well, its light swelling and receding. The shadows in the room expand and contract with it. The entire tower room seems to be breathing in time with Lyra's quiet, focused work. She stops turning the reed, leaving it at a random position for now. Preparation is not quite finished. The dancer is on the stage, but it is not yet fastened in place. She gazes down at the layered beauty of her instrument, a soft smile touching her lips. Each year, she thinks she might grow tired of this sight, but she never does. It is a form of magic, a way to speak with the heavens in a language of brass and light. Lyra lays her astrolabe out on the velvet tray one final time. Each piece waits patiently for its turn, nestled among its fellows. The first step is done. She carefully takes up the tympan, the flattest of the pieces, and runs the palm of her hand over its face until she finds the center, where the two halves meet. She traces around the edge, marking the border, fingertip to brass, making sure there is nothing in her way, nothing to obscure her view. With that preliminary clearing complete, she brings the tympan up to eye level and peers into its center, the heart of the instrument, where a circle is cut precisely into the metal. In the bottom of this cut, she sees a pinprick of reflected firelight. That is the moon. It is small and dim, like a glimmering coal, but it is there. It is fixed. She holds the tympan steady, anchoring it against the wall of the turret, and fixes her gaze on the little point of white. She is the earth. The moon is the sky. And with the tympan pressed tight against her cheek, she watches the motion of the heavens through her own stillness. The sight of the unchanging moon sparks recognition in her, a sudden rush of understanding. She knows what it means. This instrument, this carefully crafted brass apparatus, it can show her the path of the sun and the moon. It can reveal the movements of the planets. It can unlock the secrets of the stars. This is a gift, a precious, priceless gift. Lyra closes her eyes, savoring the moment. She opens them again, and the next steps begin. She lifts the astrolabe from the tray, each piece falling into its place, tympan, arm, rule, reed. Finally, she takes the pen, the last piece of the puzzle, and inserts it into the top of the reed. The dancer, she holds it steady, testing its fit, making sure it moves freely. Then, still holding the pen in place, she reaches for the arm and clips the reed. With its captive pin into the arm, she repeats the process with the other side, anchoring the rule into the arm. Before clipping the reed in place, these parts are now united, held securely together. The last piece, the simplest, most important piece, the line of the horizon. She slips the rule into the jaws of the mater, the base of the astrolabe. The flat side of the rule is what faces the sky. Its narrow width means that it will cut a thin sliver of the heavens out of her view. That is exactly what it is supposed to do. The rule cuts the sky into slices, revealing the wonders within. With everything in place, Lyra steps back, surveying the astrolabe, the intricate beauty of the pieces working together as one. It is not just an instrument, it is a poem written in the language of the cosmos. It is a song composed by the music of the spheres. The next step requires a clear patch of night sky. Lyra leaves the warm glow of the fire and makes her way to the high tower window. The cool night air rushes through the opening, swirling around her like a welcoming friend. The sky tonight is flawless, unblemished by clouds, untouched by haze. It stretches above her like a limitless sea of blue. The moon is a slender sliver, hanging low in the east. The stars are sharp and bright, winking down at her from the heights of the heavens. Lyra takes a deep breath, filling her lungs with the chill, sweet air. She lifts her astrolabe. It is turned away from the face of the sky, hidden behind her back. Without looking, she sweeps it up and places it on the sill, turning it slowly so that its face is presented to the firmament above. First thing that greets her eye is the open, empty field in the center of the astrolabe, the hole in the rule that reveals the heavens. That slice of sky is not empty, though. It is filled with stars, tiny pinpricks of light, glinting jewels, glittering fragments of the divine, set into the deepest velvet. There are so many. Each one is a distant, burning sun. Each one is a complex world, blazing with life and mystery. Lyra's gaze lingers on the vastness of it all, on the boundless reach of infinite space. Then her attention returns to the details, to the intricacies of her instrument. Her gaze sweeps along the rim of the plate. She knows the position of the stars in relation to one another, how they lie along the curve of the horizon. Each star has a story to tell, a tale of cosmic wanderings, of journeys across the face of eternity. She sees them all. Now she sees the stars in a new way, not just random specks of light, but companions, fellow travelers on the unending road of existence. The familiar constellations are her friends, guiding her along the path of the hours. The lesser-known groups of stars are her teachers, whispering their ancient wisdom into her ear. Lyra listens, and she learns. The first lesson is one of stillness. As she observes the dance of the stars, she realizes that she must remain still herself. She must anchor herself to the earth, grounding her feet firmly on the solid ground beneath her. Only then can she truly see what is happening above. The second lesson is one of patience. The stars do not rush, do not hurry. They move with a slow, steady grace that belies the vast distances they travel. Lyra learns to relax, to let go of her human need for speed. She lets the rhythm of the cosmos wash over her, carrying her along on its endless tide. The third lesson is one of wonder. The more she observes, the more she marvels at the beauty of the night sky. The stars are not just points of light, they are works of art, masterpieces of cosmic design. Lyra lets her awe and appreciation shine through her, allowing it to fill her entire being. And in that moment of pure, unadulterated wonder, she experiences something profound. She experiences a sense of connection, a sense of belonging. She is no longer just an observer. She is a participant in the grand tapestry of existence. She is part of the cosmos. The sky has taught her that. She is part of the grand tapestry of existence. The sky has taught her that. The more she observes, the deeper her understanding becomes. She sees the patterns in the stars, the cycles and rhythms that govern their movements. She begins to understand the language of the cosmos, and it is a language of love. A love that knows no bounds, a love that is eternal. Good evening. The moonlight bathes the scene in a soft, ethereal glow. Lyra, standing by the open window, is a silhouette of silver and shadow. The great silent sky is her cathedral, and the astrolabe in her hand is her hymnal. A thread of light stretching across trillions of miles of empty space, captured for a moment in this handheld instrument. The web of the reed is where she left it. The astrolabe is now set. It holds the time. To read it, she looks to the rule, that straight, simple pointer on the very top. This single star, the brightest in its corner of the cosmos, hangs like a promise in the infinite expanse. She stands at the edge of human knowledge, peering into the endless abyss, trying to make sense of the grand design. She's aligning herself with the rhythms of the universe, understanding its language, and in doing so, finding her place within it. And when she measures the heavens with her astrolabe, she's not just gathering data. She's engaging in a dialogue with the cosmos, a conversation that has been going on for billions of years. In this moment of perfect alignment, when the pointer and the line match, there's a sense of completion, of order, of everything being in its right place. It's a feeling of peace, of harmony with the universe. A reminder that even in the midst of chaos and uncertainty, there is an underlying order to the world. She's using an ancient tool, the astrolabe, a device that has allowed humans to measure the heavens since the days of antiquity. With it, she's capturing a sliver of starlight, holding the heavens in her hands. And in doing so, she's connecting herself to a long line of stargazers, all of whom have stood in awe of the same celestial tapestry, tracing the same patterns, reading the same stories in the stars. She is part of something bigger than herself, part of a timeless tradition that has endured for millennia. Lyra knows its story. It was once a blazing inferno, a giant furnace of burning plasma. Hydrogen fuel was its lifeblood, its energy source. As it burned, it flared, creating the nebulae that cradled the birth of new stars and planets. It grew, expanded, and as it did, its light changed, becoming cooler. Red as it pulled itself together, gathering mass and heat until it became the brilliant white star that she sees now. One day, though, Fomalhaut will run out of fuel. Its light will flicker. It will collapse, implode, then explode again in a supernova, leaving behind a husk of its former self. But that won't be for billions of years. It will continue to burn tonight, tomorrow, and for countless nights after that. It will keep its silent watch, a beacon in the darkness, a testament to the awesome power and enduring beauty of the universe. She pivots it until it lines up with the star pointer for Fomalhaut on the reed below. Then she looks to where the other end of the rule is pointing. On the 24-hour scale engraved on the outermost rim of the astrolabe, the rule's edge rests on a small, precise mark between the engraved numbers for the 9th and 10th hour of the night. And just like that, the silent, majestic turning of the heavens has been translated into a language she can understand. The astrolabe, this clever star-taker, has done its work. It has told her the time using nothing but starlight, brass, and the beautiful, unchanging laws of mathematics. Now, she must align it with the information she has just gathered from the sky. First, she finds the pointer on the reed that represents the star Fomalhaut. Her finger traces the delicate brass web, moving with confidence. There it is, that specific, elegant, upward curving thorn of brass dot her star. Next, she looks at the map of the sky underneath, the tympan. She finds the series of engraved arches that represent the altitude lines. She finds the line that corresponds to the number she just whispered, the height of her star. Now for the final, crucial movement. With one finger, she gently pushes the reed, rotating it. She turns the whole celestial sphere, the whole net of stars, until the pointer for Fomalhaut, her chosen star, rests exactly on top of its corresponding altitude line on the map below. The star on the reed now perfectly mirrors the position of the star in the real sky. She rotates it slowly, the movement smooth and silent. Imagine that slow, deliberate turn, the feeling of bringing something into perfect alignment, a feeling of order, of peace, of everything being in its right place, a quiet satisfaction that settles deep in your chest. For that instant, Lyra, her astrolabe, and the star Fomalhaut are all connected. She holds it there for a heartbeat. The star's light is unwavering, a tiny, perfect needle prick in the fabric of the night. She has taken the star as its altitude, its height above the horizon. With her other hand, she carefully holds the alidade in place, clamping it with her thumb so it cannot move. Then, slowly, she lowers the astrolabe. Her arm is steady, her movement practiced. Has done this more times than there are stars in her sight. She turns away from the window, carrying the astrolabe and its precious captured angle, back towards the gentle, flickering light of the hearth. The cool silver of the moonlight on the brass is replaced once more by the warm, honey gold of the firelight. She holds it close to her eyes, which are now perfectly adjusted to the dim light. The alidade is still held in place by her thumb. Its edge lies against a scale of degrees marked on the back of the mater. She squints, her head tilted, and reads the number where the alidade's edge rests. A quiet murmur escapes her lips, a number whispered to the fire and the shadows. She has the star's height. Now the magic can happen. Her gaze sweeps across the star-dusted darkness, not in a hurried search, but in a slow, appreciative greeting to old friends. She sees the familiar patterns, the silent stories written in light across the vastness. There's the great bear lumbering across the north, the graceful swan in flight, and the queen, Cassiopeia, in her celestial throne. Tonight, she chooses a star that is bright and easy to find. Brilliant, sapphire-white point of light hanging high in the southern sky. Its name is Fomalhaut, the mouth of the fish, a lonely star, the most luminous in its patch of sky. She decides, you will be the one. You will tell me the time. To ask a star for the time requires a special kind of listening, a special kind of looking. For this, she needs the final part of the astrolabe, the one that pivots on the back. It is called the alidade. It is a straight, simple ruler, much like the rule on the front. But this one has the small tabs of brass that stick up from it, one at each end. Each tab has a tiny, perfectly drilled hole in its center. These are the sighting veins. Her hand, which has been supporting the weight of the astrolabe, feels for the alidade on the back. Her fingers find it easily in the dark. It is cool and smooth. With her thumb, she begins to pivot it, moving it in a slow arc. Now begins the delicate dance of measurement. She holds the astrolabe by its ring, letting it hang perfectly vertical. Its own weight holds it true. She lifts it up to the level of her eye, the heavy brass cool against her cheek. The moonlight catches on its surface. She closes one eye, and with her open eye, she peers through the tiny hole in the sighting vein closest to her. She is aiming the astrolabe at the sky, like a photographer framing a picture. The world becomes very small, reduced to what she can see through that single tiny aperture. Her target is Fomalhaut, that brilliant, lonely star. She adjusts her aim, her arm steady, her breath held. She moves the astrolabe just a fraction until the star is visible through the first hole. Then she continues to adjust, her movements minute and patient, until she can see the pinpoint of Fomalhaut is light shining perfectly through the hole of the second vein as well. Imagine it. Two tiny holes and one distant star all line up in a perfect straight line of sight. She turns the astrolabe back over to its front to its beautiful layered face. When the pointer and the line match perfectly, she stops. Her hand falls away. Lyra puts down the astrolabe, but her gaze remains fixed on Falmelhout. And here she is, Lyra, bathed in the soft, ethereal glow of moonlight, a tiny observer from a tiny planet in a distant solar system. But she's not just a passive observer. Through her measurements, she's actually participating in the dance of the cosmos. As Lyra looks up at the heavens, she's not just seeing stars, she's seeing a reflection of herself, her place in the universe, and the timeless beauty of the natural world. You may not realize it, but you're in the middle of something big. Something epic is happening, and you are right in the middle of it. But somehow you feel a little disconnected. Its brass frame is worn smooth with age and use, its surface filled with hundreds of tiny scratches, each marking a moment of discovery, a midnight hour of contemplation, a stolen moment of peace during a busy day. She takes a deep breath in, savoring the scent of wood smoke and old books. The events of the previous evening, the visions, the whispers, the dreams, all come flooding back to her. She sits up in bed, her mind racing with possibilities. Could it be that the answer she seeks lies hidden within the vast expanse of the night sky? The thought excites her, igniting a spark of curiosity within her soul. Today, she resolves to delve deeper into the mysteries of the astrolabe, to explore the secrets it holds, hoping they will lead her closer to the truth she yearns to uncover. And so her journey continues, guided by the ancient wisdom of the stars and the unwavering companionship of her trusty astrolabe. Her gaze sweeps across the cozy interior of her tower room, taking in the worn wooden floorboards, the heavy oak table, the ladder leading up to her bed loft. Every corner, every crevice whispers stories of years gone by, of countless nights spent gazing at the stars, reading ancient texts, brewing healing tinctures, mixing exotic spices. She feels a sense of deep contentment wash over her. This is her sanctuary, a place where time slows down and worries fade away. The astrolabe in her hands feels warm, almost alive. It has been her constant companion for so many years, guiding her through the mysteries of the heavens, helping her navigate the twists and turns of fate. Now, as the night deepens, she closes the lid of the astrolabe, its brass surface reflecting the soft glow of the fire. It's time to let the universe take the wheel for a while. She stretches out on her bed, the soft linen cool against her skin. As darkness envelops her, she drifts into a peaceful sleep, her dreams filled with the silent dance of the cosmos. Its movable parts turn and click with the soft precision of falling rain. This is your astrolabe of inner knowing, and it is whispering an answer to your unspoken question. The time has been told, that quiet answer whispered from a distant star. But Lyra does not put the astrolabe down. The answer was never the only reason for the question. The true magic comes now. With the reed perfectly aligned to this very moment in time, the astrolabe has become more than a clock. It has become a mirror, perfect miniature reflection of the entire celestial sphere that wheels silently above and below her. She holds it level in her hands, her gaze soft, her heart full. The firelight paints the brass with the warm colors of a sunset, but the information it holds is pure, cool starlight. Her eyes drift to the engraved horizon line on the tympan below the starry web. This line, this simple arch, separates the visible from the invisible. It is the shore of the sky, and she can see, just by looking, which stars are being born into the night. On the eastern edge of the horizon line, she sees the sharp, golden pointer for the star Altair just beginning to cross over it. This means that at this very moment outside her window, the real Altair is lifting itself above the dark silhouette of the distant mountains. A silent, majestic rising that goes unnoticed by the sleeping world below. But Lyra sees it. She and her astrolabe, they bear witness. She imagines the first glint of its light piercing the thick air near the horizon. She does not have to see it with her own eyes. She knows it is happening. Her astrolabe tells her so. It is a quiet, secret knowledge that she shares with the night. Then her gaze drifts to the other side of her little brass world, to the western edge of the horizon. There she sees another star pointer, the one for the bright star Vega, just dipping below the line. It is setting. At this very moment, its light is saying farewell, sinking out of sight for the rest of the night. A gentle descent into the unseen. Let your own thoughts rise and set so gently. If a worry appears, imagine it is like Altair, rising on the horizon. You can notice it, acknowledge its presence, and then let it continue its journey across the sky without needing to follow it. And if a thought is ready to leave, let it go. Let it sit like Vega, sinking peacefully below the horizon of your awareness. There is no need to hold on. The sky is vast enough for all of it. Lyra's finger, old and soft, traces the curve of the horizon on the cool brass. She is not just touching a line on a metal plate. She is touching the boundary between the known and the unknown, the seen and the unseen. And what of the unseen? Her gaze now drifts to the part of the reef that hangs below that horizon line. Here, in this hidden lower half of her astrolabe, are the stars that are currently journeying beneath the earth. They are invisible to her on the other side of the world, but they are not gone. The astrolabe knows where they are. She sees the pointer for the sun, located on its path on the ecliptic ring, is deep below the horizon. The sun is sleeping, resting its golden head on the pillow of the underworld, dreaming of the dawn to come. The astrolabe shows her just how far away the morning is, giving a feeling of immense peace and a great expanse of quiet, dark time ahead. Time for rest, time for sleep. She also sees the pointers for other great constellations. There is Orion the Hunter with his bright, glittering belt, currently upside down and far below her feet. He is walking through the skies of a southern land where it is daytime. The astrolabe connects her in this moment to the entirety of the world, to the day and the night all at once. There is a deep comfort in this, a feeling that everything is accounted for. Nothing is lost, only hidden for a time. Everything is moving in its proper course, following a grand, silent, cosmic plan. The universe is not chaotic. It is a slow, graceful, and predictable dance. And in her hands, she holds the map of that dance. The embers in the hearth pulse a soft, deep orange glow that brightens for a moment, then dims again. Breathe in and breathe out. The room is so quiet now you can almost hear the immense, slow turning of the earth itself. Lyra doesn't feel the need to take another measurement or check the time again. For now, she is content to simply be a quiet observer of this miniature reality. This brass sky tells a story of rising and setting, of light and shadow, of presence and absence. It is the story of the night, and it is a story that has been repeating every single night for all of time. Let the rhythm of that ancient story lull you. There is nothing new to worry about, nothing to figure out. You're just a part of this beautiful, ancient turning. Like a star in the sky, you have your own path. And right now, your path is leading you gently, slowly, and peacefully towards rest. Towards the quiet, hidden part of the sky where dreams are born. Behind you, there's a nagging sense that you haven't done enough, that your life isn't going fast enough, that there's something left to be done, some final step that needs to be taken before you can truly be at ease. But what if that last step is simply to relax? What if you've already completed everything that needed to be done, and it's time to lean back, stretch out and enjoy the fruits of your labor? But it's difficult to know when that moment has arrived. How do you know when it's time to stop pushing and start enjoying? How do you know when the hard work is finally behind you? You keep searching for that final sign, that one clear indicator that you are finally on the home straight. But you find yourself constantly distracted. Your mind keeps jumping around, flitting from one thing to another, unable to settle. Even though you have nothing left to do, you still feel an overwhelming urge to get something done. Deep in the center of your chest, there is a small, delicate astrolabe. Lyra looks up from her astrolabe. Outside, the wind whispers secrets to the trees, creating a gentle rustling that blends perfectly with the steady crackling of the fire. The next morning, as the first rays of sunlight peek through her window, Lyra wakes up feeling refreshed and rejuvenated. For a long moment, she simply stands there watching, letting the coolness of the brass soothe her skin and the weight of the instrument settle in her arms. She breathes in the scent of pine and wet earth that clings to its smooth surface. Then, with a slow and graceful movement, she lowers her arms and carries it away from the window. And you're just being carried by a gentle, slow current. You don't need to swim. You don't need to struggle. You just need to allow yourself to be carried along, drifting, floating in perfect peace. The wind outside the tower offers another soft sigh. It's the sound of the world breathing in its sleep. The castle below is dark. The village in the valley is dark. The whole world is resting, sinking into the deep, restorative quiet of the night. You can allow yourself to sink with it, down, into a place of deep and wonderful rest. Lyra feels the pull of sleep herself, a pleasant heaviness in her limbs, a comfortable slowing of her thoughts. The night's observation has calmed her spirit, reminding her of the grand, peaceful order of things. It has put her own small life into a beautiful perspective. She is a tiny part of this vast, magnificent cosmos, and for tonight, her part is to rest. She looks at the queen in her chair one last time, a silent goodnight to a fellow traveler of the night. Then she pushes herself away from the cool stone of the window. She turns her back on the stars and faces the deep, warm shadows of her room. The fire is now just a bed of soft red embers, a gentle pulsing heart in the center of the room. It offers just enough light to see the shape of her favorite chair, its cushions plump and inviting. The promise of rest, the promise of comfort. She moves towards it, her steps slow and deliberate. The night's work is over. The time for stillness has come. The time for sleep is near. She walks across the cool stone floor, her soft-soled slippers making almost no sound. She lets out a contented sigh, the tension draining from her shoulders. Rest, little one, rest. Outside, the wind plays a quiet lullaby among the branches of the whispering pines. Inside, the dying embers glow like embers in her own heart. Her eyelids grow heavy, the events of the evening replaying behind closed lids, the images fading, blurring together. The astrolabe, the stars, the constellations, the stories. It all blurs together into a single impression of wonder and awe. Sleep pulls at her with gentle fingers, whispering promises of dreams in distant lands. Adventures beyond the veil of night. As the last tendrils of consciousness drift away, she hears a final whisper, a whisper from the sky itself, a timeless voice echoing on the currents of the night, singing a song of existence, a song of perpetual motion, a song of the universe. Listen closely, little one, and you will hear it too. Feel its ancient music vibrating in the depths of your bones, resonating with the very core of your being. For this song is not just a lullaby of the night, it is the heartbeat of existence. And in its rhythm, you will find your own. Your heart beats in time with the stars. Your breath echoes the pulse of the planets. You are part of this grand symphony, a single note in an infinite composition. As you drift into sleep, let the music carry you, let its melody weave its magic. Let the cosmic lullaby lull you into the deepest, most tranquil slumber. Dream, little one, dream of stardust and nebulae, of comets and constellations. For the universe sings to you, and tonight its song is one of love. She reaches the oak table and with infinite care, she lays the astrolabe back down upon its velvet tray. There is a soft, muffled sigh as the heavy brass sinks into the plush fabric. The work is done. Conversation with the sky has reached a peaceful conclusion. The miniature universe can rest now. Her hands are now free. She flexes her fingers, feeling the lingering coolness of the brass fade replaced by the warmth of her own blood. She turns back towards the window, drawn once more to the magnificent, real sky. She steps up to the stone sill, leaning her arms upon it. The stone is cold, a deep, ancient cold that feels solid and grounding. The night air that drifts in is crisp and clean, carrying the faint, resinous scent of the pine forest that carpets the valley below. She takes a slow, deep breath, and the air is like a sip of cool, fresh water. It cleanses her mind, washing away the last remnants of her waking thoughts. Her eyes are no longer trying to measure or calculate. She is simply looking now, simply being with the stars. Her gaze finds the pole star, Polaris, the quiet anchor of the northern sky. The one star that does not move. And round it, she sees all the other stars making their slow, silent, circular journey. Her eyes trace the familiar shape of a W written in 5 bright stars. It is the constellation of Cassiopeia, the queen in her chair. She can see her clearly tonight, reclining against the velvet darkness. The astrolabe told her where to find the stars, and now her heart simply enjoys their beauty. She whispers the story to herself, a tale as old as the stars themselves. A queen so proud of her beauty, now destined to forever circle the northern sky. Sometimes she is upright in her throne, regal and proud. At other times, as she is now, she is hanging upside down, a lesson in humility. But tonight, Lyra doesn't see pride or humility. She sees only the slow, graceful, endless journey. The queen is not struggling. She is not fighting her position. She is simply allowing herself to be carried, round and round in a slow, hypnotic, celestial dance. A dance that has continued for millennia and will continue for millennia more. She thinks about all the hands that have held this thing before her own, all the stories they could tell if they had voices. But they speak of royal courts and midnight observations, of faraway lands and journeys across the sea. But they talk of simpler things, of shepherds watching over their flocks, of farmers planting crops under the watchful eye of the sky. Perhaps they would tell of an apprentice learning their craft, tracing constellations and predicting seasons. Who were these hands? What were their stories? Who was the last person to hold the astrolabe? What did they look like? What did they think about? Where did they stand when they used it? Did they stand on a stone tower like this, or maybe inside a cozy house tucked beneath a hill? How long ago was that? An hour, a day, a year, a decade? Was the sky still like this then? Were the same stars winking back at her through the leaves of the ancient trees? The moon still full and radiant, the pine still fragrant, the wind still whispering secrets to the branches above. How long until she too becomes a memory, a whisper of a past age, a story that lives on only in the hearts and minds of those who remember her? For a long moment she stays wrapped in contemplation, her fingers tracing the delicate etchings on the astrolabe's rim. This simple device allows her to reach out and touch the heavens, to understand the motions of the sun, the moon, and the stars. It shows her where they will be when she closes her eyes, when she turns away. It gives her a glimpse of their eternal dance, a reminder of the constancy of the universe even as her own life ebbs and flows. She knows that the world spins on even when she stops to rest, that the sun will rise again even when she sleeps. She holds the astrolabe for a moment longer, this small, warm weight of brass and cosmic knowledge. Allow yourself to feel that sense of effortless movement. Imagine you are floating in a calm, dark, comfortable sea. Lyra kicks off her slippers, their soft soles curling slightly at the edges, and sinks down onto the cushioned seat. This chair is an old one. I've been sitting here countless times before, and it knows me better than any human ever could. It knows the shape of my body, how I move in it, how I lean back, how I fold in on myself, the exact angle my legs make with my torso when I cross them, even the way I hold my hands in my lap. I pull it from the wicker basket beside me, its texture soft and slightly scratchy in a comforting, rustic way. The sound it makes as I unfold it is a soft, muffled rustle. Careful planning, the crafting of messages, the long conversations filled with coded words, and hidden meanings, the meetings with spies and informants, the stealthy missions. Through the starlit sky, the tense negotiations, the desperate races to stay one step ahead of the enemy, the wild flights on, the back of the wind chasing, escaping, fleeing. All of it fades away, floating on a slow, warm, quiet river towards the great, dark ocean of sleep. I drift into dreams of home, of family, of love, dreams of simpler times, of laughter and joy, of peace and contentment. And in my dreams, I found the strength I need today. So I turn away from the window and begin my preparations for the coming day. I have messages to write, plans to make, supplies to gather. There is much to do, but I do it all with a lightness of heart that I haven't felt in a long time. For I know that no matter what happens, I will survive. I am strong, I am resilient, and I am not alone. I have friends, allies, and most importantly, I have hope. Hope for a better tomorrow, hope for a brighter future, and hope that one day soon I will be able to lay down my weapons and finally truly go home. Dreams of a world without war, without pain, without sorrow. I wake slowly. First thing I see is the faint outline of the astrolabe on the table beside me. The moon is at its zenith, casting a soft, ethereal light on the intricate brass. Then I remember the dreams, the feelings of home and peace. They linger like the echo of a half-remembered song, a melody that haunts the edges of my consciousness. With each breath I take, the worry, the fear, the stress, it all slips from me, melting away like snow in the morning sun. The enemy still lurks out there, waiting for me to slip up. I stretch out my cramped muscles, my joints protesting with pops and cracks. Blankets falls to my feet, a crumpled heap of warmth. I fold it carefully and return it to the basket. I rise slowly, my limbs heavy and leaden. The fire is dead, banked to glowing embers. I rake them together with a poker, sending sparks flying. One lands on my shoulder, a tiny hot coal. I flick it away, watching it spin through the air before disappearing into the darkness. I walk over to the window and peer out at the world. The sky is just beginning to lighten. In the distance, I can see the first hints of sunrise, a pale sliver of gold on the horizon. Another day is beginning, another chance to fight, another opportunity to hope. There are more battles to fight, more sacrifices to be made. But for now, I hold on to the memory of my dreams, to the feeling of peace they brought me. Maybe it's foolish, maybe it's naive, but I cling to that feeling because it gives me strength. It gives me hope. I will win this war, not just for myself, but for everyone who dreams of a better world. For everyone who dreams of home, it leaves me empty and still. I drape it over my legs and a deep, penetrating warmth begins to spread through me. A warmth that has nothing to do with the fire that is no longer burning brightly. The intricate workings of the astrolabe have been replaced by the simple, beautiful decay of the fire. Both are forms of timekeeping. The astrolabe measures the grand, majestic time of the cosmos, the turning of the seasons, paths of the planets, the rise and fall of stars across the endless expanse of night. The embers measure the small, intimate time of a night drawing to its peaceful close. A gentle and measured breathing, the rising and falling of flames, the slow and graceful fading of light. Embers drift and fall, consumed by shadows, giving way to the velvety blackness of night. I feel the pull of sleep, a deep and soothing oblivion that beckons me closer. It is the warmth of comfort, of security. It is the warmth of coming home. In the flickering light, I see reflections of myself, distorted and fragmented. A phantom limb of sorts. A twisted mockery of my actual form, stretched and warped by heat and shadow. I recognize myself in those dancing flames, but only in glimpses and flashes. It's as if the fire is showing me pieces of myself, fragments of my essence, things I may have forgotten or buried. It reminds me of who I once was, of who I am now, and of who I hope to be. And with each passing moment, I feel a sense of peace settle over me. Am whole despite the fractured images the fire shows me. I am connected to my past, present, and future. And in that realization, I find a deep and abiding joy. This chair is a fortress. Its walls are dark, smooth wood, polished and worn in places by my fingertips. And over it is draped the softest leather, supple and yielding under my touch. As I settle into it, the chair welcomes me home. I reach out a hand, my fingers brushing against the worn leather of the armrest. It feels like shaking hands with an old friend. My fingers memorize the grooves of the wood, a comforting familiarity. I lower myself into the chair, and the chair lets out a soft, deep sigh of creaking leather and shifting cushions. A sound of welcome, a sound of surrender. I sink into its embrace, my body finding its perfect position for rest. Here, I am held. My back is supported, my shoulders find their nest, my elbows fit perfectly into the crook of the armrests. The roaring fire from earlier is gone. Now all that remains is a beautiful, breathing landscape of embers. A deep, glowing bed of reds and oranges, a vast and intricate labyrinth of crackling sticks and smoldering ash. The light is soft, and it does not flicker. It pulses, a slow, steady, gentle rhythm dot in dot and out. A soft wave of light, washing the room in a dim crimson glow. Much as a small section of embers collapses, sinking in on itself with a barely audible whispery hiss. A tiny, silent avalanche of light. A few sparks, no bigger than dust motes, float up for a moment, dance in the warm air, and then vanish. Gone, each pulse of light from the embers seems to draw me deeper into stillness. The light swells, and my eyelids grow heavier. The light recedes, and a wave of relaxation flows down from the crown of my head to the tips of my toes. Even the curve of my legs finds purchase. There is nothing for me to do, no effort required. I can release every muscle. My toes curl under, my feet relax. I can let go of the tension I didn't even know I was holding. I'm enveloped in a bubble of softness. In my lap rests a woven blanket, heavy and thick with wool. It smells faintly of lavender and wood smoke. From where I sit, I can see my hearth. Here in the safety of my chair, wrapped in the silence of twilight, I am free from the demands of the day. But nothing left but the warmth of the fire, the weight of the blanket. Comforting pressure of the chair against my skin, I am content. And yet, before I surrender to it, I turn my gaze back to the fire. My eyes, which have seen so many galaxies, are now closed. I am drifting, but the dreams are gone. I am left with the cold reality of my situation. The war is far from over. As dawn begins to break, I stand up, stiff from sitting too long in the chair. As I look out at the world, I know that I am ready. I am ready because last night I rested. I am ready because last night I dreamed. Let go of the need to think, to plan, to worry. Let go of the need to do, to achieve, to strive. It is just a soft, undefined warmth, a gentle reddish haze that fills the darkness behind her eyes. It turns slowly, so very slowly, not by her hand, but by a gentle cosmic breath. The soft shove her polishing cloth is no longer a sound of friction, so wonderfully, comfortably heavy. Her arms, resting on the blanket, feel as if they are made of warm, smooth stone. Her legs are anchors, sinking gently into cushions, grounding her in this moment of perfect peace. It is a warm, gentle breeze that flows through this dreamscape. It blows not with sound, but with a feeling of peace. It drifts over the chalk-drawn stars, and their edges begin to soften and blur even more. If time had a sound, though, it would be the soft tick-tock of a distant clock. First, it is very faint, just a feeling of someone else, a hint of another consciousness, a whisper of another being. It is there, but she cannot make it out. But as time goes on, however faintly, that presence grows. It wraps around her like the song of a mother to her child. There is no past, no future, only the eternal now. There is no self, no other, only oneness. There is no darkness, only light. And that light is her, and she is that light. She is the light. It tells the story of her soul, of her past, her present, her future. Fire has died down, and the embers glow faintly in the darkness. The room is silent, empty. She is alone. She looks out at the sky, but it is no longer dark. The sun is rising, painting the eastern sky with hues of gold and crimson. A new day is beginning, but she is no longer afraid. She is ready to face whatever challenges may come, knowing that she is always connected to the source of all love and light. She takes a deep breath and stretches, feeling the stiffness of the night fall away. Feel the power of the cosmos coursing through your veins. You are connected to everything, and everything is connected to you. This is the feeling of true peace. This is the feeling of enlightenment. As she moves, she hears the soft creak of the tower and the gentle rush of the wind outside her window. She is back in her world, but something is different. Something has shifted. She feels lighter, more at peace. The song is gone, but its echo remains in her heart. She feels a deep sense of connection, not only to the world around her, but to something greater than herself. She feels whole. It is the story of her life and the story of her death. Feel the power of the cosmos coursing through your veins. You are connected to everything, and everything is connected to you. This is the feeling of true peace. This is the feeling of enlightenment. It is the story of her rebirth. With every note, with every lyric, that song resonates within her, deep within her core, where her spirit lives. It is the deepest, truest part of her being. And as it resonates, it begins to heal. Any pain she has ever known, any sorrow, any hurt, any fear, any anger, it is all washed away by the song. All that is left is peace. Perfect, utter peace. It is a presence of pure love and acceptance. It is an ancient presence, wise and kind. It surrounds her with warmth. It envelops her in light. She feels herself becoming lighter, more at peace. That feeling grows stronger within her. Too far away to be precise, too muffled to give the time. It strokes her cheek, her forehead, her eyes. It runs down her arms, down her sides, down her legs. It wraps around her feet. It is a feeling of deep connection, of complete understanding. It is a feeling of coming home. It is a feeling of belonging. It is a feeling of unconditional love. You could not tell if it is morning or night where she is. But even if you could tell, it wouldn't matter, for there is no morning or night where she is. There is only rest. The lines smudge. The shapes begin to dissolve, their forms melting back into the general soft glow of the starlit darkness. Just as your own thoughts can now soften and blur and dissolve. You don't need to hold on to their shapes. Let the gentle breeze of relaxation drift through your mind, smudging the sharp edges of the day, until all that is left is a soft, peaceful, uniform calm, a gentle haze of comfort. Allow your own limbs to feel that pleasant weight, a comforting heaviness that tells you it's time to rest, feeling that you are so deeply comfortable you have no desire to move at all. Just let go of the need to hold yourself up. You are completely supported, sinking gently, melting into the surface beneath you. But the sound of a far-off, gentle wave washing onto a shore of soft, dark sand. She looks out. The stars are there, but they have changed too. They are no longer sharp, piercing points of light. They are soft, blurry orbs like smudges of chalk on the great, dark slate of the sky. As she watches, a gentle, invisible hand begins to trace the lines between them. A soft, glowing line connects the 5 stars of Cassiopeia's chair. Another line traces the long, curved tail of the Great Bear. Constellations become gentle drawings, illustrations in a cosmic bedtime storybook. And the story they tell is one of deep, deep peace. It comes in. It pulls back. A timeless, soothing rhythm. The sound of the world's quietest ocean. And the precise click of the astrolabe's pen settling into place. You can stay here as long as you like. You might even stay here forever. That sound now echoes deep and resonant like a single drop of water falling into a still underground pool. Blink, and the sound ripples outwards in slow, expanding circles of silence, making the quiet even deeper than it was before. That web of stars drifts over the map of the sky. Its pointers are no longer sharp. They are soft like the tips of feathers, and they leave faint, glowing trails of light as they move like phosphorescence in a dark sea. Swoosh, swoosh, a slow, silent painting of light. You could almost feel that gentle motion, a slow, sweeping, calming movement, a gentle stroking sensation on the inside of your mind. Let it smooth away any remaining thoughts. Let it calm any final flickers of the day. The room is gone. The tower is gone. She is floating now in a place between waking and dreaming. And in this gentle floating space, the images of the night begin to return to her. Not as they were, but as dreams reshaped them, dot softened, dot slowed. Let go of the need to be anything other than what you are right now. Just let go. Her eyes are closed. The pulsing red light of the emmer still penetrates her eyelids, but it is no longer a distinct light. She sees the astrolabe again hanging in a vast, dark space. But it is not made of brass anymore. It is woven from soft, silvery moonlight. The sounds of the night return as well, but they too are transformed. Lyra's body has grown heavy in her chair. In her mind's eye, Lyra floats away from the moonlit astrolabe and drifts back towards the window of her tower. The wind returns for a moment, but it is not the wind of the outside world. You are cocooned off from the world. You are safe. There is nothing to do. There is no one to be. This is a place without need. If you want to, Lyra doesn't know how long she stays in this place of peace. Time has no meaning here. It is not part of this story. And in that rest, something changes. Something shifts. She begins to sense something new. There is a presence in the room with her. That presence, that feeling reaches out with tendrils of love and light and caresses every part of her. With that presence comes a sound, a song. It is the softest melody imaginable, carried on the gentlest breath. She is not aware of anything anymore except that song, except that feeling. Then she wakes. She opens her eyes. Take a deep breath in and feel the energy of the night flowing through you. Slowly, she gets up from her chair and walks over to her window. Now, take a deep breath in and feel the energy of the night flowing through you. Eyelids are heavy now, and she closes her eyes, drifting in the soft, dark void between the stars. The dreamlike images of the astrolabe and the chalk-drawn constellations have faded, dissolving into a uniform, peaceful gray. It flows down her arms all the way to your fingertips, leaving them feeling warm and heavy and still. It flows up her neck into her jaw, encouraging it to be slack and soft. It soothes the tiny muscles around her eyes and across her forehead. Her face is a mask of perfect serenity in the dim moonlight. The face of someone who has seen the vastness of the universe and has found in its grand, silent turning a deep and abiding peace. The face of someone who has seen the face of the abyss and was not afraid. The face of a woman who has stared into the cold vacuum of space and discovered a reflection of her own soul staring back. The face of a woman who has journeyed to the edge of all things and found, in the silent heart of the cosmos, a profound and unshakable sense of peace. Her face is relaxed now, open and unguarded, like the sky just before sunrise, when the old darkness is giving way to the promise of a new day. The corners of her mouth turn up slightly, not quite a smile, but an echo of one. Her lips are parted ever so slightly, as if she is about to speak, but then decides against it, choosing instead to remain silent. Her tongue is relaxed against the roof of her mouth, and her teeth are parted, revealing a faint, sweet breath. Her eyes are closed, her eyelashes resting lightly against her cheeks. They are dark and deep, like pools of endless starlight, reflecting the infinite mysteries of the universe. Her brows are furrowed ever so slightly, as if she is contemplating some vast and ancient truth, some hidden secret of existence that lies just beyond the grasp of human understanding. Her skin is pale and smooth, like polished marble, glowing softly in the dim moonlight. It is unblemished, free from the marks of age or sorrow, bearing witness to a life well lived, a soul that is free. Her hair is a mess of tangled curls, framing her face like a halo of midnight. It is a rich, deep black shot through with strands of silver, each strand a testament to a year of wisdom and experience. The strands are fine and silky, soft to the touch, and they fall in soft waves down her shoulders and back, rippling with the gentle rise and fall of her breath. The deep, silent hum has reached her heart now. It beats beats in perfect time with the slow turning of the universe. It flows through her veins, a liquid melody that lulls her body into deeper and deeper tranquility. Her pulse is faint, a subtle thrumming that echoes the rhythm of the cosmos. Her blood is a silent symphony flowing through her veins like a dark, sweet wine, carrying the music of the spheres to every cell in her body. Her limbs are heavy, laden with the sweet fatigue of perfect relaxation. Each finger, each toe, a tiny bell ringing softly in harmony with the grand orchestra of the cosmos. Her muscles are relaxed, yielding to the pull of gravity, sinking deeper and deeper into the cushions of the chair. Every fiber of her being is sighing, every cell releasing its hold on the waking world. With each breath, she surrenders more and more to the gentle embrace of the night, floating effortlessly on a sea of tranquil darkness. The hum resonates in her bones, a deep, breathy vibration that connects her to the solid heart of the planet. It flows through her, anchoring her to the firm ground beneath the tower, grounding her in the reality of this quiet, moonlit night. Her spine is straight yet supple, a column of strength and flexibility, holding her body in perfect alignment. Her torso is relaxed, allowing the gentle weight of her limbs to flow naturally, freely. Her ribs expanding and contracting in perfect time with the music of the spheres. The deep, silent hum vibrates in her belly, a gentle, pulsing rhythm that mirrors the ebb and flow of the cosmos. It is a lullaby sung by the universe itself, a melody that speaks of creation and rebirth, of death and renewal, of the eternal turning of time. Her lungs expand fully, drawing in the night like a thirsty garden, absorbing the oxygen of the waking world, one last offering to the realm of day. Her diaphragm is a soft, yielding dome, rising and falling in a slow, graceful dance. Her breathing is a soft, whispering sound, a gentle reminder of the living flame that burns within her breast. Her heart is a steady drumbeat, a constant pulse that echoes the rhythm of the cosmos. It is a strong, resilient muscle tirelessly pumping lifeblood through her veins, keeping the music of the spheres alive in every fiber of her being. Her circulation is a silent, unseen current flowing through her body, carrying the melody of the universe to every corner of her being. And into this deep quiet, a new sensation begins to emerge. It is not a sound, not something you would hear with your ears. It is a feeling, a vibration, a deep resonant hum far too low to be heard that seems to emanate from the slow turning of the cosmos itself. It is the music of the spheres, a silent chord played on the strings of gravity and light. This gentle cosmic hum travels through the vastness of space, through the cold stone of the tower walls, through the wooden floor, and up into the old leather chair. It finds Lyra, and it finds you. Feel it now, a subtle, pleasant vibration starting at the very soles of your feet. A gentle, tingling hum that invites the last vestiges of tension to simply melt away. The vibration is soft and warm, and it begins to travel slowly up into your ankles and your calves, loosening every fiber, every cell. That deep, silent music flows up into your knees and along your thighs. A wave of profound relaxation that makes your limbs feel even heavier, even more wonderfully at peace. Let the wave wash over you, carrying away anything you don't need to hold onto anymore. The hum continues its journey up into your hips, your lower back, spreading across your stomach like a pool of warm water. It rises into your chest, where your breathing is slow and even, rising and falling in perfect time with this ancient cosmic rhythm. In and out, Lyra feels this silent music as a deep inner peace. Her mind, now completely clear of thoughts, has become a resonant chamber, perfectly attuned to the quiet of the universe. There is no separation between her and the night. She is a part of its vast, silent song. Back in the room, though her consciousness is far away, the last ember in the hearth gives a final, soft sigh. The thin blanket of gray ash that covers it cracks for a moment, and a tiny, hairline fracture of deep red light appears. It glows with a soft, tired beauty for a breath, and then it fades to black. The last light is gone. The room is now incomplete, in total darkness save for the faint, silvery moonlight that still guards the window. The warmth of the fire is gone too, and as it fades, the other scents of the room become clearer. The cool, clean smell of ancient stone, the faint, dusty fragrance of old books and leather bindings sleeping on their shelves, and the simple, comforting scent of the woolen blanket that covers her. It is the smell of quiet, the smell of history, the smell of rest. The deep, silent hum has reached her shoulders now, melting away any tension stored there. And then you let go. The feather-light balance on the threshold gives way to a gentle, effortless fall. It is not a fall of fear, but a fall of surrender, a slow, graceful descent. Like a single leaf spiraling down through still, quiet air, they are all a distant memory, a story that has already been told. You are floating, weightless, timeless, in a place of profound and beautiful darkness. But it is not an empty darkness. It is a darkness filled with soft, gentle light. You sink through the floor of the waking world, a floor made of shadow and silence, and emerge somewhere else. A river of stars. Its current is vast and silent, a cosmic flow that carries you along with infinite gentleness. It is the reed of the astrolabe, but it is now a colossal bridge of shimmering light. It turns slowly, majestically, its movement so grand and serene it seems to be a part of the silence itself. Its star pointers align with the real, glowing orbs floating in the river below, a perfect harmony between the map and the reality. The universe of the dream is whole, and it is peaceful. The riverbed is not made of stone or sand, but of the deep, velvety black of space itself. In the water, the burdens you once carried, the worries you once harbored, they lose their grip on you. Instead, you are embraced by a sense of profound tranquility, a deep inner calm that has always been a part of you, but that you have only just remembered. The sound of eternity. It is the breath of the cosmos, a long, slow exhalation of peace. Let that sound fill you. The river slows, the stars grow distant, and the light begins to dim. You feel a gentle tug, a subtle shift, and you know it is time to return. With a sense of peace that you have never known, you allow yourself to be pulled back to the waking world. You are fully present in the midst of the cosmic river, the tranquility of the cosmic flow, the wisdom of the ancient stars, the love of the celestial beings. They are all a part of you now. You are transformed, rejuvenated, and ready to face the world anew. The dream of the Stargazer has shown you the way. It has reminded you of the profound truth that you are never alone. You are always connected to the vast universe and to the countless souls that reside within it. They do not speak in words, but in feelings and emotions, in the very essence of existence. They remind you of who you truly are, of the divinity that lies within you, and of the boundless love that connects all things. The boundaries of self dissolve, and you become one with the universe itself. You realize that you are not separate from the stars, but a part of them. You are connected to every star, every nebula, every distant galaxy. You are a child of the cosmos, and the cosmos is your home. Here, everything that has been lost finds its way home. Here, every forgotten piece of yourself is gathered up in the current and returned to the heart. Your mind slows, your breathing grows deep and tranquil, and you find yourself utterly at peace. Every worry, every fear, every doubt, they are all washed away in the cosmic flow. All that remains is the wonder of the moment, the awe of the cosmos, and the profound joy of simply being. Let it become the only sound. Whoosh, a current of stars. Whoosh, a river of dreams. The water is woven from nebulae, from clouds of ancient glowing gas and beautiful, soft colors. Memories surface like the stars, each one a unique point of light in the tapestry of your life. The river carries you through these memories, not to dwell in them, but to honor them, to acknowledge them, and to let them go. For in this journey, it is not the destination that matters, but the act of letting go itself. A gentle swirl of pale, sleepy violet, a soft blush of rose petal pink, a cool, tranquil turquoise. In their silent wisdom, they offer companionship, solace, and a reminder of the interconnectedness of all things. Their gentle light reflects not just the brilliance of distant suns, but the depths of your own soul. Each star is a mirror, reflecting back to you the vast potential that lies within. These colors flow around you like liquid light, holding you, supporting you, carrying you on your way. You are no longer in the chair, the tower, the fire, the cool night air. The current cradles you, as if you are the most precious thing in the universe. They are not the sharp, distant ports of the waking sky. Here, they are soft, glowing orbs of light, gentle, friendly lanterns of gold and silver and soft blue. They bob and sway in the cosmic river, some drifting past you slowly, others keeping pace. Your silent, shining companions on this journey. There is no need to swim, no need to guide yourself. You have surrendered to the flow, and the flow is taking you exactly where you need to be. You are adrift in a great, slow-moving river. You feel no cold. You feel no heat. You feel only a perfect, peaceful equilibrium. It radiates not heat, but a feeling of pure, undiluted peace. It pulses with a slow, steady rhythm, a gentle heartbeat in the silence of space. Thump, 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 a rhythm that matches your own slow, sleeping heart. You drift on. Look round you. In this dream, drifting alongside you in the current are the stars themselves. One drifts close, beautiful orb of warm golden light. You could reach out and touch it. Above you, arching across the entire Star River, is a vast and familiar pattern. The only sound here is the sound of the river flowing. It is a soft, deep whoosh, a constant, steady, reassuring sound. You have entered the stream of the Stargazer. Round you, the stars drift, serenely silent witnesses to the eternal dance of existence. As you float along, you begin to remember. You remember moments long forgotten, faces you thought you'd never see again, feelings you thought you'd never know again. With each passing moment, you feel yourself becoming lighter, freer, more at peace. Time ceases to have any meaning. There is no past, no future, only the eternal now. In this timeless expanse, you are truly alive. And as you journey through this infinite expanse, you encounter beings of pure light, celestial guides who have been with you since the beginning of time. But then, just as suddenly as it began, the dream begins to fade. As you emerge from the dream, you carry with you the essence of the river of stars. Let yourself go. Allow the sensation of weightlessness to envelop you completely. Release any remaining tension. Let your limbs relax. Feel the comforting pressure of zero gravity all around you. Drifting along, you pass between two enormous pillars of solid light. Then you find yourself moving with the current of a river of stars. The river flows onward into the beautiful, silent darkness. The colossal, turning reed of light still arches high above, its spokes reaching down to form this path of stars for you to travel along. And here, inside the heart of the violet-black cloud, you are carried gently toward the edge of the vast darkness. The gentle whoosh of the current becomes a muffled, resonant hum, like the sound you might hear with your head resting on a pillow in a perfectly quiet room. The darkness here is soft and close. It is a swaddling darkness, a protective embrace. And as your dream eyes adjust, you begin to see them. There is nowhere to go, nothing to do, nothing to be, except at rest. Time itself seems to have gone to sleep here. You are stardust, a fragment of the grand tapestry of creation. The boundaries of your physical form dissolve, revealing the boundless energy that flows through all things. You are a conduit of the universe, a vessel through which the cosmic light shines. Your thoughts, emotions, and intentions become aligned with the rhythms of the cosmos, harmonizing with the pulsations of the stars. There is only a long, beautiful, unbroken moment of perfect peace. In this state of presence, you experience a profound sense of connection, oneness with all that is. You recognize the interconnectedness of all beings and the delicate balance that sustains life. You become a catalyst for transformation, inspiring others to awaken to their own divinity and to live in harmony with the rhythms of the universe. Your life becomes a testament to the power of presence, compassion, and the boundless love that connects all beings. Compassion and empathy arise within you, dissolving the barriers of separation and judgment. Let yourself float in this moment. Let the deep, swaddling silence hold you. Let the soft, milky light of the sleeping stars be your companions. You are resting and restoring in the safest place in the universe. Suspended in the thick, velvety dust all around you, like tiny, sleeping seeds, are the infant stars. They are not bright or sharp. They are small, soft, milky orbs of opalescent light. Some glow with a pale, creamy white. Others have a faint, rosy tint. They are not yet burning with the fire of a mature star. They are simply glowing. This spark, recognizing its own divinity, awakens within you. You realize that you are not separate from the divine, but are an integral part of it. This realization brings forth gratitude, joy, and a deep sense of purpose. A soft, gentle, potential light. They pulse with a rhythm that is incredibly slow, almost imperceptible. A single, soft pulse of light that takes a whole minute to swell and recede. It is the rhythm of deep, deep sleep. The rhythm of pure being. You float among them. You are one of them. A consciousness at rest, gathering its strength in the quiet darkness. Ahead of you, the river flows into a cavernous void. The current is scarcely moving now, barely a whisper of flow. It is not necessary. You already feel no resistance. It is as though you are within a gigantic womb of darkness. The soft, dark dust of the cloud envelops you like the most comfortable blanket you have ever known, and the edge of the nursery lies just ahead. You drift across the threshold, and the soft, dark dust of the cloud envelops you like the most comfortable blanket you have ever known. You are inside the nursery now. You are floating now, still in the starlight, but not moving, suspended in the stillness before the great dark cloud. It is the biggest thing you have seen in this part of the universe. The edge of the cloud is miles away. Here, in the quiet heart of the universe, new suns are dreaming of the dawns they will one day create. New worlds are dreaming of the life they might one day hold. And here, you can rest. You can allow your own mind, your own body to enter this state of profound creative stillness. The process of becoming does not have to be loud or strenuous. Here in the stellar nursery, it is a process of silent, gentle gathering. A slow coalescing of peace, of quiet, of strength. One of the sleeping infant stars drifts very close to you. It is no bigger than your hand. Its light is a soft, pearly white, and it radiates a feeling of absolute innocence and peace. You feel an immense, gentle affection for it. It is a promise, a tiny, sleeping dream of light. You feel your own breathing, even in this dream state, become impossibly slow and deep, matching the silent, pulsing glow of the nursery. Every soft pulse of the lights around you is a wave of relaxation washing through you, making the quiet deeper, the peace more profound. It looks as though the river is ending here, and yet it isn't. It flows into the void, entering the cloud and disappearing into its immense depths. The inky black of the cloud is strangely inviting, beckoning you forward. You find yourself drifting toward it. It calls to you, drawing you ever closer, promising peace and rest beyond all understanding. You venture inside. The sky here is full of countless points of light, each one a sun, each one potentially a system of planets. But you are journeying alone, or perhaps you are journeying with others, with friends, with loved ones. You do not need to speak to them. There is nothing to say. Words cannot reach you here. Even if you wanted to speak, there is no way to know what language you would use. For all communication has ceased. In the immensity of the universe, thought becomes unnecessary. All knowing has replaced thought. You are connected to everything and everyone in this place. All distinctions of separation have ceased to exist. You move effortlessly, a gentle, meandering flow. You turn and twist, but never bump or jostle, never touch, never collide. Your surroundings are not hard. You are flowing around the edges of the pillars of light, flowing past the many luminous constellations until you begin to notice a change in the celestial landscape ahead. The current of the river is slowing, becoming even more gentle, more tranquil. It is flowing towards a vast, deep cloud ahead. A cloud unlike the soft, colorful nebulae you have seen so far. This one is immense, and its color is the deepest, softest shade of violet black, like thick velvet. It seems to absorb the light around it, creating a space of profound and peaceful shadow. And as you approach, the river slows to a halt and the current stops altogether. This is a stellar nursery, a place where new stars are waiting to be born. The light from the star river fades and the silence deepens. The thick cosmic dust filters out all disturbances, all harshness. It creates a perfect sanctuary for rest and gentle, quiet creation. There are no paths here. There is no current. You are simply suspended, motionless in the warm, safe velvet heart of creation. As you contemplate the infinite expanse of the cosmos, you realize the true nature of your existence. Embracing the present moment, you surrender to the flow of existence, letting go of past and future. In the depths of your being, you encounter the source of all creativity and potential, the divine spark that ignited the universe. With a renewed spirit, you return to your everyday life, carrying the wisdom of the cosmos in your heart. Welcome back, seekers of truth and lovers of knowledge. Today we invite you to join us on a profound journey into the heart of a stellar nursery where the very essence of existence is revealed. As we venture into the ethereal depths of space, we'll uncover the secrets of the cosmos and explore the very nature of our being. So fasten your seat belts and prepare for an adventure beyond your wildest dreams. Picture this: you find yourself suspended in the middle of a gigantic cloud of gas and dust, a cradle for the birth of stars. As you listen more intently, you can hear the individual notes of this celestial symphony. It is a sensation that is both peaceful and profound, a feeling that transcends the boundaries of our earthly existence. You realize that you are not merely a listener, but an integral part of this celestial orchestra. Your consciousness expands, merging with the very fabric of the universe. As this realization dawns upon you, a profound transformation begins to take place. It is a moment of perfect balance, a state of utter harmony that seems to exist outside of time itself. Here in the heart of the nebula, you find yourself at the center of creation, surrounded by the birthplace of stars. The music swells around you, carrying you on a wave of pure potentiality. Your understanding of reality is shattered, revealing a deeper, more interconnected truth. There are countless others who have also found their way to this sacred place. Seekers of truth, you are connected to the stars, the nebula, and every celestial wonder that graces the night sky. Your fate is intertwined with the rhythm of the cosmos, and your destiny is written in the language of light. So my friends, as you find yourself in this breathtaking realm of cosmic wonders, embrace the magic that surrounds you. Allow the song of creation to fill your being and carry you to states of profound peace and tranquility. Remember that you are not merely a spectator, but an active participant in the grand drama of existence. You are part of the cosmic orchestra, and your presence adds a unique harmony to the symphony of life. And lovers of knowledge who have journeyed from distant realms to bathe in the light of creation. Some may be wise and ancient, their consciousness spanning eons of time. Others may be young and full of wonder, their spirits eager to explore the mysteries of the universe. For who knows what wonders and mysteries await your discovery in the heart of this celestial womb? Who knows what secrets the stars will reveal to those who seek their wisdom and guidance? So go forth, dear seekers, and explore the wonders that lie before you. May your journey in the stellar nursery be filled with joy, wonder, and the profound realization of your place in the grand tapestry of existence. Until our paths cross again in the eternal expanse of the cosmos. As you interact with these fellow seekers, you will learn from their wisdom and share your own insights. Together, you will form a network of souls, each bringing their unique perspective to the grand tapestry of existence. Together, you form a community of souls, united by your shared reverence for the mysteries of the universe. The boundaries of your ego dissolve, and you realize that you are not separate from the stars or the nebula, but an integral part of this grand cosmic tapestry. In this state of unity, you are free from the limitations of your physical form and the constraints of your earthly existence. You transcend the boundaries of space and time, and you become one with the eternal flow of creation. You see that everything in the universe is interconnected, that there are no boundaries or separations, only unity and harmony. You have found the source of the cosmic lullaby that gives rise to the very fabric of reality. As you continue to rest in this state of perfect stillness, you realize that this is where true peace resides. It is here, in the heart of creation, that you have found your true home. Each star contributes its own unique voice, creating a chorus of harmonious vibrations. Surrender to the cosmic lullaby and let its soothing strains carry you beyond the confines of your limited self. Embrace the wonder and beauty of existence and allow your consciousness to expand until it encompasses the vastness of the universe itself. For here in this timeless realm, you are not just a traveler passing through, but an eternal resident of the cosmos. You realize that you are not separate from the universe, but rather a part of its grand design. As you surrender to this cosmic lullaby, you feel yourself being drawn into the heart of the nebula. It is as if the cloud itself is calling to you, inviting you to explore its innermost depths. And so you dive deeper into the cloud, eager to uncover the secrets it holds. It is a sound that defies human comprehension, a melody that exists beyond the realm of our senses. Colors swirl and blend, creating a kaleidoscopic display that stimulates your senses and expands your consciousness. You feel a sense of weightlessness, as if gravity has lost its hold on you. As you drift through this nebulous expanse, you encounter strange and wonderful formations. Swirls of gas and dust take on shapes both familiar and fantastical. You see pillars of creation reaching towards the heavens, shimmering with otherworldly beauty. As you venture further into the heart of the nebula, you stumble upon something truly extraordinary, a group of stars gathered together in a tight cluster, their light intertwined in a dazzling display of cosmic energy. These stars are not just any ordinary celestial bodies. They are the source of the song, the very origin of the cosmic lullaby that has been enveloping you in its embrace. This is the stellar nursery. Around you stretches an immense expanse of space filled with countless celestial bodies in various stages of formation. It is a breathtaking sight, a panorama of cosmic creation that will leave you in awe. As you gaze up at the night sky, you notice that the stars appear unusually dim and distant, their light hidden behind the veil of this colossal cloud. It is as if the very fabric of space is shrouded in mystery, concealing the wonders that lie within. As you drift further into this enigmatic cloud, a strange phenomenon unfolds before your eyes. The stars begin to emerge from their slumber, their light piercing the darkness and revealing themselves one by one. It is as if they are waking up from a deep sleep, stretching their celestial limbs and yawning as they come to life. Their light bathes the nebula in a gentle opalescent glow, painting the dust and gas in hues of gold, crimson, and azure. It is a mesmerizing spectacle, a cosmic ballet that has been playing out for eons. Each star is unique, emitting its own distinct color and radiating a different frequency of light. Some shine with the brilliance of 1,000 suns, their light so bright it seems to consume all other celestial bodies around them. Others glow with a softer, more subtle radiance, their light a gentle beacon in the darkness. As you continue to observe these celestial wonders, you begin to notice a peculiar pattern emerging. The stars seem to be singing a song, a deep, resonant harmony that resonates throughout the nebula. It is a sound that is both ancient and timeless, a melody that has been echoing through the universe since the dawn of creation. But this is not just any song. It is the song of creation itself, a cosmic lullaby that lulls the universe into existence. And yet, as you continue to immerse yourself in this cosmic lullaby, you begin to feel its soothing influence enveloping your being. This revelation brings with it a sense of wonder and awe. The deeper you go, the more intense the sensations become. As you approach this stellar cluster, the music reaches a crescendo, filling your being with a profound sense of peace and tranquility. As you bask in the ethereal glow of this cosmic lullaby, you feel your consciousness expanding, merging with the very essence of the universe. Here in the heart of the nebula, you have discovered the secret of existence. So allow yourself to be enveloped by the gentle embrace of the stellar nursery. And as you dwell here, you discover that you are not alone. Here in the stellar nursery, you are part of a grand tapestry of existence, woven together by the song of creation. As you continue your journey in this ethereal realm, you may encounter other travelers who have also been drawn to the wonders of the stellar nursery. In this way, the stellar nursery becomes a place of learning and growth, where consciousness is expanded and the boundaries of human understanding are transcended. As you continue your journey through the stellar nursery, keep your senses sharp and your mind open to new possibilities. This is the end. Not the ending, but the end. Not a conclusion, but the end of things. For even here, in this state of being beyond all change, the memory of change persists. Great harmonious chord of the star song, the lullaby of pure potential, begins to shift. But now they too begin to gather, to draw closer, to harmonize in new ways. Each note finding its complement, each tone weaving with its counterpart in a rich, complex tapestry of sound. Yet there is no discord, only a deepening harmony, a richer resonance. Within this symphony of the spheres, the melody of creation is being played, a cosmic concerto of celestial fire, of stardust and starlight. Every note that joins the song is a chord of harmony resonating within your being. Every breath that deepens the stillness is a step towards union with the source. Every heartbeat that quickens the pace is a drumbeat of devotion echoing the rhythm of creation. And you find yourself drawn to the music, swept along by its lilting tune. The song both guides you and comforts you. Here, in this moment of perfect peace, you are whole. Here, in the quiet hum of existence, you are one with all that is. It is a lullaby of love, a cradle of tranquility, a haven of healing. The melody flows through you, around you, enveloping you in its soothing embrace. And within that embrace, there is the memory of the change, the recollection of a gathering, the echo of a journey. It soothes your deepest yearnings and answers all your unspoken questions. It is the language of your soul and the dialect of your true self. The spiraling veils of light, the drifting rivers of dust all flow towards a single point. Here, the light is becoming brighter, but it is not a harsh brightness. It is a deep, warm, concentrated glow. A single, larger infant star is beginning to form. A heart star for this dream. It is being born from the collective peace of the entire nursery. It is the culmination of the great, slow, cosmic inhalation. Its birth is silent. There is no explosion, no flash. It is a simple, graceful transition from a diffuse glow to a gentle, stable orb. It coalesces with the slowness of a dewdrop forming on a leaf in the moonlight. And once it is formed, it hangs there at the center of everything, a beautiful, steady sphere of warm, golden white light. It does not pulse erratically. It glows with a steady, unwavering, reassuring light. It is a beacon of pure tranquility, a symbol of your own quiet, restored center. It does not become louder, but its texture changes. Your awareness, which was once spread out through the entire cloud, now finds a natural, comfortable focal point resting in and as this beautiful, peaceful, newborn star. Each veil, each cloud, each thread, a sanctuary of gathering light and sound, a refuge of shared peace and harmonious song. They coalesce into islands of tranquil awareness amidst the vast, unending ocean of pure potentiality. As the light gathers, so too does the deep, quiet energy of your own being. The scattered essence of the day, the energy you gave to the world, is now being gently drawn back to your core. The nourishment of 1,000 lifetimes returns to its source. The echoes of 1,000,000 lives woven together in a single tapestry of being. A new note is woven in, almost imperceptibly. A note of gentle gathering, a theme of quiet coalescence. Every particle of light that finds its way to a growing center is a particle of strength returning to you. A deeper silence than even the silence before the song. Profounder peace than the peace of the nursery. It is as though the gathering itself, the coming together, the very act of returning home brings with it a sense of completion, a feeling of fulfillment, a sense of wholeness. It is as if the journey itself is the destination, the path the only purpose. A reconnecting with the source of all being, reuniting with the wellspring of creation itself. The song swells as more and more of you return home. As more and more light finds its way to the growing core, as more and more of the scattered fragments reunite with the source, the melody deepens, becoming richer, more resonant, and the light, the soft, diffuse, opalescent light of the nursery, the very stuff of our dreams and memories, of hopes and fears and joys and sorrows, all the experiences of an infinite number of lives, all the moments that have passed and all those yet to come, all the stories of 1,000,000 lifetimes. The laughter and the tears, the triumphs and defeats, the loves and losses, the ecstasy and agony, all the colors of emotion, all the flavors of experience, all the textures of feeling, all the sounds of sensation, all the tastes of life. All these are contained in the light of the nursery. But now the light begins to respond to this new harmony. Before it was evenly spread, a uniform mist of peace. Now, within this mist, the faintest, slowest currents begin to form. Specks of glowing dust, motes of sleeping light begin to drift, to move, not randomly, but with a vast, slow, shared purpose. They are being drawn together. It is not a pull of force, but a pull of tranquility, a gravity of peace. The quietest places call to the quiet particles. The most serene regions of the cloud beckon the light to join them. Peace attracts peace. Stillness draws stillness to itself. Watch as threads of faint, silvery light begin to weave themselves through the velvet darkness. See how clouds of pearly dust slowly, gently spiral inwards, forming denser, softer, more luminous veils. The hum of the star song is very gentle, but it is still a sound. It is a soft, wordless melody, the quiet hum of existence itself. And the memory stirs within the sound, a trace of something that once was, the soft, milky light of the sleeping nursery. This is where our story began, the place of pure potentiality, the source of the star song, the home of the light. We were born from this light. We are the light. We are the song. We are the peace. And in this endless, timeless moment of perfect rest, a slow, deep, subtle change begins. There is only this, a vast, peaceful, glowing whole. No longer are we nebula and star and planet and person. There is no longer a universe, only this. Concept of I or you is a distant echo, a forgotten word from a forgotten world. And yet, within this vast, eternal, unchanging stillness, there is the memory of a change, a movement, a vibration. It is like the turning of a tide on a shore of dreams. And then there is the song. At first, its notes were as individual and separate as the particles of light. Now see how the threads of light grow thicker, the clouds of dust more dense, until they form distinct veils within the cosmic womb. It is a process of restoration, a quiet mending, a silent refilling of your deepest wells. And then, within this gathering, this spiraling, this singing, there begins to be a stillness. Every particle of light that finds its way to the growing center is a particle of strength returning to you. The hum of the star song fills your awareness, envelops your being, surrounds you with its warmth and its peace. And now, at the very center of your awareness, at the heart of this vast, breathing cloud, the gathering becomes more focused. The rest of the nursery, the veils of dust and the scattered, smaller lights, continue to orbit this new heart, a celestial court paying homage to a gentle king. Here, the heart of the lullaby, at the center of the star song, you are home. The song of creation slows to a hush. The grand orchestra of the cosmos, which has been thundering its eternal symphony, is now playing a quieter, softer tune. Its mighty chords become gentle lullabies. Even the playful, sparkling twinkle of the starlight is softened, turning into a peaceful gleam. Not a feeling of floating, but of abiding. The awareness that was once a diffuse mist has found its center. They flow out into the quiet dream, asking for nothing in return. They simply give, because it is their nature to do so. This is the state of deep, restorative sleep, a state where the self is so full, so complete, so at peace that its very presence is a comfort. We understand that we are not merely spectators in this grand drama of existence. We are active participants, and with this understanding comes a sense of empowerment. Time will come when we will be called back to action. It is a reminder that we are not separate from the universe, but an integral part of it. And it is a call to action, a call to live lives that are in harmony with the beauty and wonder of existence. So let us go forth, my friends, and be the change we wish to see in the world. Let us be the embodiment of the cosmic dream, bringing light, love, and peace wherever we go. And the stillness is broken and the music of creation starts up again. But when that time comes, we will not be the same. We will carry with us the peace and wisdom of the deep dream time. And we will bring that peace and wisdom into the world, into our relationships, into everything we do. For we are not just dreamers, we are also doers. And in being dreamers and doers both, we fulfill the purpose of our existence. To dream the universe into being and to live it fully, lovingly, and wisely. We know that we have the power to make a positive difference in the world, not by trying to change the universe, but by changing ourselves. By becoming more aware, more loving, more compassionate, we contribute to the greater good of all. Let us feel the warmth of our own inner light, the connection to all living beings, and the peace that comes from knowing that we are exactly where we need to be. For in the depths of our being, we know that we have always been enough. We have always been whole, and in this knowledge, we find the true meaning of home. The body, having gathered its resources, now radiates a quiet, healing energy, mending itself in the deep, warm, golden light of its own life force. There is no thought here. There is no story. There is only the feeling of being a steady, unwavering point of light in a beautiful, silent, harmonious cosmos. The feeling of a deep, inner warmth that never fades. The feeling of a quiet, resonant song that is the sound of your own peaceful existence. The slow, majestic dance of the cosmos continues around us. The veils of dust turn. The small, friendly stars continue their graceful orbits. But we are the anchor. We are the center point, the still heart of the turning world. And we are this center. We are this new, warm, steady heart. The fabric of reality, woven with threads of stardust and dreams, reveals its secrets to the quiet observer. The intricate balance of the cosmos, the delicate harmony of the elements, the miracle of life unfolding in infinite variety. All of it is a testament to the perfection of the universe. And we, as beings made of stardust, are a part of this perfection. There's no separation between us and the rest of creation. We are not superior or inferior to other creatures. We are simply different, and in our difference, we find our unity. As we contemplate the grandeur of the cosmos, our own problems and concerns seem to fade away. They do not disappear, but they are placed in their proper perspective. We realize that our little worries are not as important as we think they are, just ripples on the surface of the cosmic ocean. The depth and immensity of existence far transcends our limited concerns. In this state, we are one with the universe, not by obliterating our individuality, but by recognizing that our true self is this radiant, eternal star. We are the universe made conscious, and the universe, in turn, is made whole by our awareness. In this moment of perfect equilibrium, we realize that we have always been whole. We have always been enough, and in this realization, there is a profound sense of homecoming. It is as if we have been searching for ourselves our entire lives, wandering through countless lifetimes, only to discover that we have been within our own hearts all along. There is a profound stillness here at the core of this gentle, dreaming star, an absolute, unwavering quiet. It is the silence that exists at the center of a perfectly spinning top, a point of pure, dynamic equilibrium. All the gentle motion of the cosmos revolves around this peaceful, unmoving center. And from this stillness, something new begins to happen. A cosmic exhalation, a gentle, generous, and effortless release. From the heart of our star, a soft warmth begins to radiate outwards. It is not the heat of a raging sun, but the gentle, life-giving warmth of a hearth on a cool night. A warmth that soothes, comforts, and reassures. It flows out in slow, steady waves. A continuous stream of tranquility. Feel this warmth radiating from your own center, the peace that you have gathered now flows outwards, a natural and easy overflow. There is no effort, no depletion. It is the simple nature of a star to shine. It is the simple nature of a being at rest to radiate peace. This warmth travels out into the vast, quiet space of the stellar nursery. It washes over the smaller, sleeping stars that orbit us. It passes through the soft, velvet curtains of cosmic dust, and as it touches them, the entire nursery responds. The smaller, silvery stars begin to glow with a faint, golden hue, reflecting our own warmth. Cool, violet dust clouds are now threaded with veins of soft, honey-gold light. The whole dreamscape is being bathed in this gentle, loving radiance. The universe is being comforted by its own peaceful heart, and the star song changes once more. The harmony deepens, becoming richer, more resonant. The quiet hum of potential has been fulfilled, and it is now the steady, confident, resonant chord of being. It is the sound of peace itself, and the source of this sound is here at our center. Our very stillness is what sings. Our very light is the music. A great stillness has fallen over the universe, and in this stillness, there is a new feeling. Not a feeling of drifting, but of being. Imagine these waves of warmth, of light, of peaceful sound flowing out from you. They are waves of pure, unconditional acceptance. The mysteries of existence are laid bare before us. As we bask in the warmth of our own inner light, we feel a deep sense of gratitude for the beauty and wonder of existence. In this state of deep connection with the universe, we feel a sense of responsibility, not in the sense of burden, but in the sense of privilege. And yet, even as we bask in the glory of the cosmos, we know that this state is not permanent. This journey into the heart of the cosmos is an invitation to explore our deepest selves. But for now, let us linger a while longer in this place of stillness and wonder. You are invited to lie down. Close your eyes. You are here to rest. A deep, resonant chord vibrates, emanating from a hidden source deep within you. From somewhere deep in your core, a new note begins to rise. Not a jarring, discordant sound, but a pure, clear, radiant tone that echoes with peace. It rises above the drone of the nursery and slowly fills the emptiness around you. The very essence of what you are, what you have always been, and what you are destined to become. This essence is pure awareness, the silent observer that lies at the core of your being. Everything that arises within it, every thought, feeling, sensation, and experience is a reflection of your own being. But this realization comes an immense sense of responsibility and also a profound sense of power. You are the creator of your own reality. The renewed clarity, you realize that you are not this web of light, nor the perfume that drifts around you, nor even the star-shaped form that embodies your true essence. You are the still point at the center of the whirlpool, the silent witness to the unfolding of life. You are the one who observes the dance of existence without participating in it, without trying to change it, without resisting it. You know that your every move, every interaction, every decision you make has a ripple effect that touches the world in unimaginable ways. You form deep connections with others who are also on their spiritual journeys. Together, you create communities of love, compassion, and understanding, becoming beacons of light in a world that desperately needs your radiance. You embrace this responsibility with joy, for you see that you have the power to create positive change in the world. Simply by being your authentic self, you are the living embodiment of the divine, and the world is your canvas to create a masterpiece of love, joy, and peace. You are surrounded by all who have awakened to their true selves, forming a global community of enlightened beings working together to create a better world. For you have emerged from the fires of adversity with a deeper understanding of yourself and your purpose. You have discovered the true meaning of love, joy, and peace. And in sharing these gifts with the world, you have become the very embodiment of the divine. Together, you raise the frequency of the planet, transforming it into a place of peace, harmony, and sustainability. From the core of your being, a soft, golden light starts to emanate. You are no longer bound by the need for approval or recognition. You are no longer driven by fear or desire. Instead, you are guided by an inner wisdom that knows the best path for you to follow. You trust this wisdom, and so you follow its guidance without question, knowing that it will lead you to where you need to be when you need to be there. Old habits, fears, and attachments resurface, testing your resolve. But you face these challenges with grace, knowing that they are opportunities for growth and transformation. You are the embodiment of love, the personification of joy, the very essence of peace. You are the dream, and the dream is within you. With each challenge you overcome, your connection to your true self deepens, and you become more fully aligned with the divine plan for your life. It is the light of your true essence, your connection to the source of all being. As this light pours forth, it touches every aspect of your being, every thought, feeling, and sensation, and wherever it touches, it transforms. Fear melts away into courage, anger softens into compassion, and sorrow is replaced by joy. You are the still point from which all these things arise. You are the unwavering consciousness behind the dream. Something is awakening, and with it, a profound sense of wholeness floods your being. It is a state of deep tranquility that defies understanding, a state of being that transcends the limitations of thought and language. In this state, you are one with the dream, yet untouched by its ebb and flow. You are the eternal observer, witnessing the unfolding of life without judgment or attachment. As the light extends beyond you, it touches the people in your life, the situations you encounter, and even the planet itself. It awakens a dormant potential within them, bringing forth the best that each can offer. Friendships deepen, relationships heal, and a sense of unity and connection pervades all things. For a moment, let yourself bask in this feeling. Know that you are complete, whole, and perfect just as you are. This feeling, this sense of peace and completeness radiates outwards from you, an intense golden white light. It is the light of your true being, the essence of who you are at your core. Picture this light extending beyond you, reaching out into the nursery, touching everything it encounters. It bathes the emptiness in its warm glow, dispelling shadows and revealing hidden beauty. It is the ancient song of the nursery, the deep, pulsing heartbeat of existence itself. For a moment, simply rest into this sound. A subtle, exquisite fragrance begins to emanate from every atom of your being. It's not a sharp, pungent aroma, but a sweet, gentle scent that carries the essence of peace and joy. This perfume, born of pure radiance, drifts outwards, filling the nursery with its delicate presence. Wherever it touches, the emptiness responds in kind. Something stirs, something shifts, something new is born. The scent lingers, weaving a tapestry of tranquility across the vast expanse of the nursery. Feel its vibration echoing deep within your bones. This is your true home. From the depths of your being, a radiant star-like form begins to emerge. At its core is a still, warm heart, the source of the gentle radiance and the birthplace of the exquisite perfume. Round this heart, delicate tendrils of light reach out, connecting with other awakened points of light until they form a luminous web of energy. This web, alive with vibrant hues, shimmers and pulsates in harmony with your inner rhythm. It is a map of your true self, reflecting the interconnectedness of all things and the beauty of your unique being. The deepest part of you knows this. It has always known this. It is the place where you came from and where you will always return to. Let yourself melt back into this great, unending song. As you do, something stirs within the vastness of the nursery. As the light touches each part of you, it awakens something new. Within this newly awakened space, the fragrance and the light intertwine to create something truly magical. At the heart of this web of light lies the key to a profound transformation. And as you awaken to this truth, a profound sense of peace washes over you. But this is not a passive state of being. For as you rest in the depths of your awareness, you realize that you are the source of the dream. As you continue to rest in the depths of your awareness, something miraculous begins to happen. This transformation touches everything in your world, too. And yet, despite this profound transformation, you remain unchanged. In this state of perfect balance, you find yourself free from the limitations of the ego. As you journey through life in this state of blissful awareness, you discover a profound sense of purpose. Your life becomes a tapestry of meaningful experiences, each one contributing to the greater good of all beings. Yet even in this state of enlightenment, challenges arise. As you continue on this path, you begin to understand that your purpose is not something you achieve, but something you already are. And so you live your life as an expression of this truth, radiating love, embodying joy and radiating peace to all who know you. And in this masterpiece, you are not alone. As you look back on your journey, you realize that it was worth every challenge, every struggle, every moment of doubt. Here, in the heart of the Crystal Grotto, our journey through the Dreamtime reaches its still point, its moment of culmination. Let us take a deep breath together, a final breath of this extraordinary adventure. And in that breath, let us carry with us the echoes of starlight, the whispers of the cosmos that have resonated within the chambers of our soul. It is a secret held within the light itself, faint, ancient, and beautiful impressions. Echoes of starlight, whispers of the cosmos. These are not sounds. They are not words or images. Here, in the timeless expanse of the Crystal Grotto, we discover that life is not a race to be won, but a journey to be savored. Each moment, whether it is filled with action or perfect stillness, is a precious gift to be cherished. They are deep, silent truths that are embedded in the very structure of the light gardens, absorbed from the ancient cosmic dust from which they grew. We feel how the light that forms this grotto was forged in the heart of a star that lived and died long before this dream began. There is an underlying order that we can trust. Deep time, these echoes weave themselves into the fabric of our being, becoming an integral part of our essence. We feel the slow, steady pulse of deep time. We are ready to receive the final gift of our journey, the gift of remembering. Gratitude for the journey, for the challenges, for the growth, and most importantly, for the unwavering love that has guided us every step of the way. In this moment of perfect stillness, we are one with the music, one with the crystal gardens, and one with the vast, eternal source of all being. The music fades, the light dims. We find ourselves returning to the familiar surroundings of our physical world. Yet we are not the same. The echoes of starlight have transformed us. We carry within us the ancient wisdom of deep time, the interconnectedness of all things, and the elegant simplicity of existence. We are forever changed by the profound peace that permeates our being. As the crystalline music swells around us, it carries with it the essence of the entire Dreamtime experience. All the lessons, all the insights, all the moments of awakening that we have encountered along the way are distilled into a single, radiant teardrop of wisdom, grounding us in the eternal now. We are inspired to live each moment to the fullest, to cherish the interconnected web of life, and to trust in the inherent order of the universe. The journey through the Dreamtime has not been a mere adventure. It has been a profound awakening. It has been a homecoming, but a shift in perception, a remembering of what has always been true. It is a recognition of our true nature, of our inherent divinity, our eternal connection with the source of all being. In this moment of remembering, we realize that we have never been lost. We have always been exactly where we were meant to be, unfolding exactly as we were meant to unfold. Every twist and turn of our journey, every joy and sorrow, every triumph and setback has been a step towards this moment of homecoming. We sense the interconnected web of existence, reminding us that we are never truly alone. And we experience the elegant simplicity that underpins the tapestry of life, giving us a deep sense of trust and certainty. Interconnectedness and elegant simplicity brings a transformative shift in our being. Our thread of awareness, now exquisitely sensitive and calm, becomes exquisitely attuned to the music of the spheres. The crystalline melodies resonate with the deepest chords of our soul, stirring a profound sense of recognition and belonging. It is as if we are listening to a language we have always known, a language that transcends words, a language of pure being. Like the petals of a flower unfolding towards the sun, we can orient ourselves to this deeper order and find a deep sense of peace within. We feel how the cosmic dust itself is the memory of ancient suns, the quiet, perfect mathematics of an orbit, the flawless, repeating geometry of a crystal. It is the understanding that behind all the seeming complexity of the cosmos there is a simple, beautiful, and unshakable logic, profound and graceful order. And in feeling this, a sense of deep trust arises. The universe is not chaotic or random. It is a place of profound, reliable, and elegant structure. You can trust its laws. You can rest in its order. We perceive the unbreakable, invisible threads that connect everything. The star to the dust to the garden to the light to your awareness. It is all one vast, interconnected family. And in feeling this, a sense of profound belonging washes through you. You are not separate. You are not alone. You are a vital, beloved part of a seamless cosmic whole. The heart of the crystal grotto is a place of perfect stillness. Our actions, no matter how small, have ripples that extend far beyond our immediate vision. Conversely, everything around us, every being, every event, is also part of our story, enriching and influencing our lives in ways both seen and unseen. All motion ceases. There is no urge to explore further, no desire to move beyond this point. It is a place where our thread of awareness rests suspended in the warm, rosy glow of crystal light. Here, at the core of our being, there is only a deep, abiding sense of safety, of being held in a loving embrace of pure light. But even here, in this place of radiant stillness, there is something more to be perceived, something that lies just beyond the reach of our understanding, yet touches the deepest core of our being. A thread of awareness, like a sponge in calm water, begins to passively, effortlessly absorb this silent wisdom. First echo that resonates within us is the feeling of deep time. It is not a thought about years or eons, for there is no thinker and no thought here. It is a direct sensation of the universe's immense, unhurried patience. You feel the slow, graceful turning of galaxies over billions of years. You feel the long, quiet life of a star from its slow birth to its gentle fading end. And in feeling this, a profound sense of peace settles over you. There is no need to rush. There is no deadline. Everything in the universe unfolds in its own perfect, unhurried rhythm. You are a part of that rhythm, and you have all the time in the world. This perception of deep time allows us to let go of the frantic pace of human time, with its relentless ticking and tocking, its deadlines and its demands. The next whisper that flows into our awareness is the truth of interconnection. In this interconnected web of existence, we realize that every action, every thought, every being is linked to everything else in the universe. Finally, our awareness absorbs the echo of elegant simplicity. It is the feeling of the deep, underlying order of the universe. This realization of elegant simplicity brings a sense of calm amidst the chaos of life. It reminds us that even in the most turbulent times, the infusion of these three profound echoes as we bathe in the timeless expanse of the crystal grotto in this state of profound attunement. This teardrop is not a tangible thing, but the dawning of this realization, a profound sense of gratitude fills our being. As the crystalline music reaches its crescendo, we are bathed in the full glory of this radiant teardrop, and then, as suddenly as it began, the experience shifts as we step out from the depths of the crystal grotto. We do so with a renewed sense of purpose. This is a journey through the gardens of your own quiet radiance, a visualization practice rooted in the teachings of the Heart Coherence 365 meditation. We begin in the very heart of this dream, the still, warm center from which all peace flows. Around us, in the deep and silent darkness, the light gardens have blossomed. It is weightless, free, and imbued with the same profound peace as the heart from which it comes. It floats away from the core, not with speed, but with a slow, graceful purpose, like a single seed pod drifting on a silent breeze. There is nothing to do, nowhere to go, nothing to achieve, only the gentle play of light and the soft music of the spheres. In this place, there is only peace. We are bathed in peace, surrounded by peace, immersed in the very essence of peace. The sky blushes with hues of coral and pearl as the day surrenders to the night. That's because the truth is that all paths lead home. All methods of inner exploration, whether through meditation, visualization, breathwork, or any other practice, are ultimately pointing towards the same goal: the rediscovery of our true nature, the realization of our deepest potential. The Heart Coherence 365 practice has its own unique approach, but it is not claiming to be the only path. Rather, it is offering one way to experience the journey home, to reconnect with the stillness within and allow that stillness to transform your life. Just as a single ray of light can illuminate an entire room, the stillness within you can radiate outward, touching every aspect of your being, your relationships, your work, your creativity. When you reconnect with that stillness, you become a beacon of light in the world, illuminating the path for others who are also seeking their way home. Before us, a vast and inky darkness unfolds, sprinkled with 1,000,000 glittering stars. Each star is a distant sun, each one a source of warmth and life in its own right. Looking back, we see the golden arc of the Milky Way stretching across the heavens, a river of stars flowing through the velvet darkness. Together, all these stars form the very fabric of the cosmos, that grand tapestry woven with threads of light and held together by an unseen force of unity. Within this vast and timeless expanse, we find our place, a single point of awareness amidst the infinite wonders of the universe. Yet even in our smallness, we are connected to everything held within the greater whole, sustained by the same forces that govern the stars themselves. As we drift further into the inky depths, the silence deepens, becoming a tangible presence all around us. It is a silence without sound, without echo, a silence that resonates with the profound stillness of creation itself. In this silence, we hear the music of the spheres, the ancient song of the cosmos, melody that has echoed through the void for countless ages. It is a song of pure potentiality, a hymn to the mystery and wonder of existence. As we surrender to this cosmic song, we feel a deep sense of peace and belonging, a connection to something far greater than ourselves, a reminder that we are a part of a timeless and infinite story. This journey is a form of quiet self-discovery. Each structure in this garden, each color, each sound is a reflection of a quality within you. This corridor of lavender light is your own pathway to tranquility, This grove of blue spires is your own deep inner clarity. You are simply exploring the beautiful, peaceful architecture of your own restored self. The destination is the garden. Our point of awareness drifts into the luminous, crystalline groves. Their slopes are covered in a patchwork quilt of many colors, each hue forming its own unique and beautiful landscape. At first, the hills seem distant, out of reach. But as we drift closer, we realize that they are much nearer than we imagined. The colors are vibrant yet gentle, inviting us to come closer still. Our thread of awareness begins to descend, floating down towards the nearest slope. It is a hill of soft, warm pinks and peach, mellow and inviting like the first light of dawn. As we come to rest here, the ground yields beneath us, not in waves or ripples, but in a slow, graceful surrender. It is as if the hill itself welcomes our arrival with a silent, wordless embrace. And here we find a small spring bubbling up from the ground, its water a clear and sparkling quartz crystal. Taking a moment, we dip our hands into the spring and drink deeply of the cool, revitalizing water. With each drop, we feel refreshed, renewed, and ready to continue our journey. We are floating down pathways paved with soft, glowing light. Delicate, web-like structures shimmer in the distance, intricate and perfectly formed. Great fan-like crystals of solidified sunlight arch over wide pathways. All around us, the goldenrod light is soft and warm, like the glow of 1,000 hearth fires dancing on the breeze. Within this golden landscape, the music swells, becoming richer, fuller, and more harmonious. It is a melody of triumph, of victory, of the sun rising over a new and boundless horizon. Surrendering to this radiant energy, we float upwards, carried aloft on wings of golden light. Higher and higher we rise above the golden landscape until the entire world is spread out beneath us, like a map of infinite potential. From this vantage point, we see the vast interconnectedness of it all, how every peak and valley, every rise and fall is part of a greater whole. In this moment, we understand that we are not separate, not isolated, but deeply connected to everything around us. And with this realization comes a profound sense of belonging, of unity, and of peace. On either side, great fern-like structures of solidified lavender light arch overhead, creating a long, vaulted corridor. The light here is gentle, filtered, and deeply calming. As we flow through this glowing archway, the high, shimmering music of the garden becomes clearer. It is as if each crystal branch we pass hums with its own delicate note. The sound is all around us, a gentle, multi-layered carillon, playing a melody of pure serenity. A universe of intricate, pearlescent beauty born from our own quiet radiance. And now, a new capacity awakens within our stillness. Here, the garden floor is a mosaic of soft mint-green light, and from it grow tall, slender spires of pale, watery blue crystal. They rise like silent, glowing trees in a forest of dreams. They are perfectly still, their only movement the slow, internal play of light within their crystalline forms. We drift closer to one of these spires and encircle it, floating around and round in lazy circles. Above, below, to the side, we weave our way through the air, reveling in the cool, calming energy that emanates from the spire. We turn once more to face its intricate surface, a network of tiny, geometric patterns, like a perfectly formed snowflake magnified 1,000 times. The light it emits is cool, clean, and refreshing. It feels like dipping your hand into a cool, clear stream on a warm day. It is a feeling of clarity, of purity, of deep, untroubled calm. While our core remains perfectly anchored, perfectly at rest, we can extend a single thread of our awareness outwards. A gaze of light, a tiny, curious spark of our own consciousness sent on a gentle journey to explore the world we have so effortlessly created. Feel this thread of light gently detaching from our central fire and beginning to drift. Our gaze of light drifts onward, leaving the corridor and entering an open, circular clearing. In this moment, we are perfectly at ease, perfectly content. Our gaze of light drifts onward, floating above the green light gardens and towards a distant range of softly glowing hills. The hill of peach light shimmers and changes around us, transforming into a landscape of warm goldenrod hues. Our gaze drifts onward into the soft, rosy light of the setting sun for some of you. This visualization may conjure up images from other practices, other journeys inward. As you enter into the dreamscape, you find yourself enveloped by a soothing darkness, a comforting void that feels strangely familiar in this tranquil space. There is a palpable sense of peace, an absence of disturbance that speaks of deep rest. You can't help but feel drawn towards it, compelled to surrender to its quiet embrace. As you let go, allowing your awareness to melt into the velvety blackness, A gentle warmth begins to emanate from your core. You realize that you are not a separate self, but an expression of the universe itself. You are a star shining through the lens of your unique physical form, and your purpose is to reflect the light of the universe in all its beauty and wisdom. With this newfound understanding, you are transformed. You carry the wisdom of the cosmos within you, ready to share its light with the world. The quiet strength of the universe courses through your veins, empowering you to face whatever challenges may come your way. You leave the rosy grotto revitalized, carrying within you the ancient wisdom of the stars. The journey ahead may still hold uncertainties, but you now have a deep well of inner peace and strength to draw from. You step back into the darkness, no longer afraid, but filled with a quiet confidence. The darkness, once a source of uncertainty, now feels familiar, even comforting. It is a reminder of the peace that awaits you within. You are not just walking in the dark, you are walking in the light of your own inner wisdom, guided by the quiet strength of the universe. It spreads outwards, creating a bubble of comforting light around you. The journey out of the dreamscape is not an ending, but a beginning. You are no longer the same. You are changed by the wisdom you have received, strengthened by the peace you have found. As you re-enter the waking world, you bring a piece of the cosmos with you. The challenge now is to live in harmony with the rhythms of the universe, to reflect its light in every aspect of your life. This is your calling, your purpose. As you embrace it, you find that your life takes on a new meaning, a deeper significance. You are not just living, you are thriving. You are a conduit of the universe, sharing its wisdom and beauty with all who cross your path. The dreamscape fades into memory, but its wisdom stays with you. Whenever you need guidance, whenever you seek solace, you can return to the quiet strength of the universe that resides within you. For you are not alone. You are connected to all things. You are part of the grand tapestry of existence. And as long as you remain open to the whispers of wisdom, you will never truly be lost. This sphere of gentle radiance acts as a beacon, drawing elements from the surrounding darkness to flow towards it. The darkness, instead of feeling empty or barren, is now alive with a rich, vibrant energy. It seems to pulse with a quiet rhythm, mirroring the beating of a distant cosmic drum. This rhythmic pulse resonates deep within you, stirring a sense of familiarity, a feeling of coming home. As you move deeper into this dreamscape, you come across a magnificent sight. Nestled within the folds of the darkness is a hidden grotto, its entrance veiled by curtains of sparkling, silvery light. All thoughts, worries, and distractions fade into the background, replaced by a deep sense of peace. You can feel your body relaxing, releasing tension you didn't even know you were holding. It's as if the very walls of the grotto are enveloping you in a warm, loving embrace, welcoming you to let go. But the peace of this place is more than skin deep. It touches your soul, quieting the restless chatter of your mind and bringing you into a state of profound stillness. Here, in the rosy depths of the grotto, you feel deeply connected to something greater than yourself, as if the boundaries of your individual self are dissolving into a vast ocean of interconnectedness. It is here in the silence of this sacred space that you truly begin to listen. You open your awareness to receive the whispers of wisdom that have been patiently waiting within you. The crystallized walls of the grotto seem to hum with these whispers, their ancient wisdom resonating deep within your being. It is a wisdom that has always been yours, yet you have only just begun to hear it. And as you listen, you realize that this wisdom is not a collection of abstract ideas or rules to live by. It is a living, breathing energy that flows through you, connecting you to the rhythms of the universe. It is the heartbeat of the cosmos, the pulse of creation itself. As you align yourself with this cosmic rhythm, you experience a profound shift within you. Your awareness expands. Breaking free from the limitations of your everyday thinking, you see the interconnectedness of all things, the web of life that binds you to every living creature on this planet and beyond. In this state of expanded awareness, you are no longer just a passive observer of the world. You are an active participant in the grand tapestry of existence. You realize that your actions, thoughts, and emotions are not isolated events, but ripples that spread outwards, affecting the world around you in ways both big and small. With this realization comes a deep sense of responsibility, a commitment to act in ways that are in harmony with the rhythms of the universe. But this responsibility does not weigh you down. Instead, it fills you with a sense of purpose, a clarity of direction. You see that your life is not an accident, but a purposeful journey towards greater understanding and connection. You are not separate from the world, but an integral part of it. Intrigued and drawn to its ethereal glow, you approach. As you step inside, you are met with a sight that takes your breath away. The grotto is bathed in a soft, rosy glow. Crystallized formations of quartz sparkle on the walls, refracting the light into 1,000 hues of pink and violet. These aren't mere stones. They are living, breathing entities that hum with an ancient wisdom. At the heart of the grotto, nestled between these glistening formations, is a pool of still, luminous water. Its surface reflects the soft light of the crystallized walls, creating an otherworldly, almost surreal atmosphere. The air within the grotto is charged with a tangible energy, a silent hum that seems to resonate with the very essence of your being. In the stillness of this place, you find a calmness that settles over you like a favorite blanket. As you continue to listen to the whispers of wisdom within the grotto, you gain insight into your own nature, and as you walk, the soft, melodic hum of the cosmos surrounds you, a constant reminder of the connection that binds you to all things. This is the end of our journey. The small, bright thread of our awareness, our gentle gaze of light, now hovers before its source. It has returned from its journey through the gardens, rich with the echoes of starlight, saturated with a deep, cosmic peace. It is ready. For the final, graceful, and inevitable movement, it drifts forward. The final, beautiful result of a long night's journey into rest. The scattered self has been gathered. The gathered self has radiated peace. Peace has created beauty. The beauty has been explored and understood. How do you feel? How is your energy? Are there any lingering thoughts or emotions from the dream that you would like to explore further and share it with others who might benefit from this journey into the heart of the light star? You can explore more guided meditations on various topics, each designed to help you connect with your inner light and navigate various aspects of your emotional and spiritual journey. You could also join a community of like-minded individuals who share a passion for mindfulness, meditation, and personal growth. In this space, you can engage in discussions, share your experiences, and learn from others who are also on their own spiritual journeys. Your support helps spread the practice of mindfulness and meditation to more people, allowing them to experience the transformative power of these practices. May this journey serve as a reminder to turn inward whenever you need guidance, comfort, or a deeper connection with yourself. Thank you for joining me on this journey to the light star. May the insights and experiences you've had today bring you peace, clarity, and a deeper connection to your true self. Wishing you a day filled with warmth, kindness, and the radiant energy of the light star. If you enjoyed this guided meditation, I have a question for you. What is the most meaningful aspect of this journey to you? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Remember, you can always return to this dream and continue exploring its depths. I also invite you to reflect on how this journey has affected you. Has it brought clarity, peace, or a sense of renewal? How might these feelings influence your day-to-day and the understanding as return to the self? Making it whole, there is no more becoming. There is only being. There is no more movement. There is only presence. There is no more seeking. There is only a profound, unwavering, and luminous peace. This is the gift of the deepest sleep, not just an absence of tiredness, but a presence of profound integration, a quiet inner strength, a wholeness that you will carry with you, even when the dream begins to fade. But for now, there is no thought of fading. There is only this perfect, timeless moment. It touches the surface of the great, warm heart star, and in that touch, it dissolves. There is no sense of impact, no transition. Be the star, be the garden, be the light, be the song. Be the perfect, complete, and rested universe, dreaming a dream of itself. We've reached the end of our journey, and I want to hear from you. What did you experience during this dream? What insights or realizations came to you? What shifts in perspective did you encounter? Share your story in the comments below, and let's create a community of shared experiences. It is a seamless reunion, the raindrop rejoining the ocean, the wisp of steam returning to the cloud, the traveler stepping across the threshold of their own home. Part has returned to the whole, and the whole is now greater than it was before. We are one again. The division between the anchor and the explorer is gone. The stillness of the center and the wisdom of the journey are now unified in a single state of being, and the feeling is one of indescribable completeness, profound and total peace. The stillness at our core is deeper now. It is not the stillness of emptiness, but the stillness of perfect fullness. Like a vessel filled precisely to the brim, there is no room for disturbance, no space for anything other than what is. A calm, steady, and powerful presence. The warmth that we radiate is richer. Before, it was the warmth of peace. Now, it is the warmth of peace and of wisdom combined. It flows out from us. A golden radiance that carries not just comfort, but a deep, unspoken understanding of the nature of things. And the entire dream universe responds to this new integrated state. The light gardens, seen from our unified perspective, no longer seem external. They are a part of us. Their crystalline branches are the pathways of our own integrated mind. Their soft, pastel colors are the hues of our own complex and beautiful emotions, all in perfect harmony. They shine with a steady, mature light, their blossoming complete. Their beauty now a permanent feature of our inner landscape. And the star song, the great, cosmic music of the dream resolves. The deep hum of the nursery, the high, shimmering chimes of the gardens, all of the different harmonies and melodies of the night, now merge into a single, perfect, sustained chord. It is a chord that is both simple and infinitely complex. It contains every note of the journey within it. It is the sound of absolute resolution, the sound of wholeness. This is the state of perfect equilibrium. Abide in this wholeness, rest in this perfect final chord of peace now. As we awaken from this deep slumber, I encourage you to take a few moments to integrate your insights and experiences. If you found this guided meditation helpful, I invite you to give it a like. Here are some additional ways that you can continue your exploration of light star meditations. As we conclude this meditation, I invite you to carry the stillness, the peace, and the wisdom of the light star with you throughout your day. There is a profound truth in the statement, the wound is where the light enters. For it is through our wounds, our moments of pain, heartbreak, and struggle that the purest, most healing rays of divine light can reach us. The gentle glow of morning has fully infused the dreamscape. Colors soften, outlines sharpen, and sounds become more distinct. The world outside the dream beckons with its own unique beauty and challenges. It is a world that we are now uniquely equipped to face thanks to our nocturnal journey. The experience of the dream lingers like a sweet fragrance, a reminder of the magic and wonder that permeate our existence. The boundaries between the dream and the waking world become blurred, and we realize that we carry a piece of the dream within us always. The night is done, but its echoes resonate in our hearts, urging us to hold on to the lessons, insights, and peace it has bestowed upon us. As we step fully into the light of day, we do so with a deep sense of gratitude for the nocturnal journey we have just completed. The heart star at the center shines with clear, radiant light, and the crystal gardens shimmer with a mix of golden and silver hues. All is still, but now there is an expectant quietness in the air. The light gardens are bathed in the soft, blended light, and everything seems charged with a new, subtle energy. There is an essence of anticipation, a feeling that something is about to unfold. But there is no urgency. It is a waiting that is as peaceful as the night itself. We know instinctively that this is a liminal space, a threshold between the stillness of night and the vibrancy of day. It is a moment of quiet preparation, a pause before the world awakens. This is the time when the old dream is gently fading and a new one is beginning to form. The light around us shifts slightly, taking on a warmer hue. The light of our heart stars seems to intensify and the gardens come alive with subtle movements. Tiny blossoms open, crystalline leaves stir, and there is a gentle rustling as if whispered greetings carried on the wind. The animals of the dream are stirring too. Birds take flight, their songs echoing the joy of the dawning. Deer and rabbits emerge from their slumbers, stretching and yawning, ready to greet the new day. Everything is awakening, shaking off the last vestiges of sleep, and preparing to greet the fullness of the light. Now, we feel a gentle tug at our awareness. It is the first whisper of the approaching day, calling us back to wakefulness. It is not a harsh summons, but a kind invitation, a reminder that the time has come to integrate the wisdom of the night into the light of day. With this gentle nudge, we begin to rise from our slumber. Limbs stretch, our muscles relax, and we take a deep breath, anchoring ourselves in the present moment. We feel refreshed, rejuvenated, as if the night's journey has been a nourishing experience, a time of restoration and renewal. The memories of our nocturnal adventures fade into a soft mist, leaving behind a sense of tranquility and clarity. We carry with us the wisdom gained in the depths of our subconscious, ready to apply it to the challenges and opportunities of the day ahead. As we step into the light, we do so with a renewed sense of purpose and direction. The dreams of the night have not vanished, but have become an integral part of who we are, shaping our thoughts, emotions, and actions as we navigate the waking world. We are forever changed by the nocturnal mysteries we have encountered, enriched by the wisdom we have discovered within ourselves. It is in these depths that we find the greatest opportunity for transformation and growth. But here's the paradox. When we are in the depths of a wound, when we are in the midst of pain or struggling through a challenging time, it can feel as though the world is against us. It can seem as though we are forsaken, misunderstood, and utterly alone. In those moments, reaching out for the light can feel impossible. The wounded part of us rebels against the idea of vulnerability. It resists the thought that acknowledging our hurt could lead to greater depths of despair, and so we tend to bury our wounds, seeking refuge in distractions, comfort, or even revenge. However, the longer we resist the light, the deeper the shadows grow and the more intense the struggles within us become. Wounds, if left unresolved, fester and amplify our suffering. They warp our perspective, clouding our judgment and leading us further away from the wholeness that we are seeking. The path to healing, though sometimes difficult to see, is always illuminated by the guiding light. Acknowledging our wounds is the first step towards this healing. It is in facing our pain, embracing our struggles, and confronting our fears that we open ourselves up to the transformative power of the light. The light does not shy away from our wounds. It rushes to them, eager to heal and illuminate them. It is through this process of acknowledgement and surrender to the light that we begin to understand the depth of the first part of this profound truth. So, what is the second part? How do we reconcile the pain of our experiences with the hope of healing? The second part of the truth lies in recognizing that the light does not merely heal our wounds, it uses them as portals to greater depths of understanding and awakening. When we allow the light to penetrate our wounds, we begin a journey of profound transformation. This process involves acknowledging, accepting, and integrating our pain into our lives in a healthy way. Through this integration, our wounds become catalysts for personal growth, teaching us valuable lessons about ourselves and the world around us. This is not to say that the path is easy. Integrating our wounds requires courage, patience, and an unwavering commitment to our own healing. It involves confronting our negative beliefs, releasing old patterns of behavior and replacing them with healthier ones. It means learning to forgive ourselves and others. It means cultivating a deep sense of self-compassion and acceptance. This journey of integration is not a linear one. It is often messy, unpredictable, and fraught with setbacks. There will be times when we feel as though we are making progress only to take a step back. But with each step forward, no matter how small, we move closer to wholeness. We learn to accept the imperfections within ourselves and within the world around us. We develop a deeper appreciation for the beauty of life and the preciousness of each moment. Ultimately, this journey leads us to a place of profound inner freedom. When we have integrated our wounds and learned the lessons they have to teach us, we become more compassionate towards ourselves and others. We develop a greater sense of empathy and understanding, not only for the struggles of those around us, but also for our own. We learn to extend forgiveness not because we condone harmful actions, but because we recognize that everyone, including ourselves, is doing the best they can with what they have. We understand that true strength comes not from suppressing our pain, but from acknowledging it, embracing it, and allowing ourselves to be vulnerable. This vulnerability, when embraced consciously, becomes a source of immense strength and resilience. We learn to lean into the discomfort, knowing that it is in those moments of rawness that we are most alive and most connected to ourselves and to others. Therefore, when we fully embrace both parts of this profound truth, we discover a life filled with deeper meaning, greater compassion, and a strength that can only come from those who have walked through the darkest valleys and emerged with a newfound appreciation for the light. We awaken in the soft, silvery light of dawn. As the light of the dream world fades, the first impressions of the waking world begin to emerge. Lyra awoke to silence, a silence so absolute it felt like a physical presence. It was a silence so profound it carried its own music, its own gentle song. The night sky was a breathtaking sight, a vast canvas of twinkling lights that stretched endlessly in every direction. Each star seemed to be a tiny spark of divine fire, a beacon of light in the darkness. Looking up at the stars, Lyra felt a sense of connection that transcended the boundaries of space and time. She could feel the presence of countless worlds, each with its own unique beauty and mysteries. The immensity of the cosmos filled her with humility, reminding her of the smallness of her earthly concerns in the face of the grand tapestry of Existence. The stars whispered ancient secrets to her, stories of cosmic birth and death, of galaxies in motion, of suns that blazed across the millennia. She listened intently, trying to decipher their messages, to understand the language of the cosmos in the depths of her being. Lyra knew that the stars held the answers to life's deepest questions. They had witnessed the rise and fall of civilizations, the birth and death of stars. They had seen the evolution of consciousness throughout the ages. Their light, traveling for eons, carried messages of wisdom and enlightenment that had been encoded in their celestial dance. With a yearning heart, Lyra reached out to the stars, seeking their guidance, their love, their wisdom. She wanted to align herself with their eternal rhythm, to dance to the music of the spheres. She longed to understand the language of the cosmos and to receive the gifts they had prepared for her. As she continued to gaze at the stars, Lyra felt a sense of unity that defied the limitations of her human understanding. She could feel the interconnectedness of all things, the bonds that tied her to every star, planet, and galaxy in the night sky. In that moment, she realized that she was not separate from the universe, but an integral part of it. She was made of stardust, and her very existence was a testament to the creative power of the cosmos. The stars twinkled in response, their light bathing her in a celestial glow. They whispered their secrets to her, sharing their wisdom and their love. And Lyra listened with an open heart, ready to receive the treasures they offered. It enveloped her like a warm embrace, like a lullaby sung by the universe itself. Had never known such profound silence before, a silence that spoke volumes without uttering a sound. In this silence, there was no distinction between inside and outside, no separation between her and the world. She was the world and the world was her. There were no longer boundaries, no divisions. She was a part of everything and everything was a part of her. This realization brought a profound sense of peace, a calmness that settled deep within her bones. It was a feeling of homecoming, of arriving at a place that had always been hers, but she had only just realized it. In this state of deep connection, Lyra could feel the heartbeat of the universe. She could sense the rhythm of existence itself pulsing in harmony around her. It was a symphony of energy and matter, of light and darkness, working together in perfect balance. She was attuned to the music of the spheres, the celestial harmonies that govern the dance of the cosmos. This cosmic music filled her with a sense of awe and wonder. It was a reminder of the grand design, the intricate tapestry of existence that she was a part of. As she basked in the tranquility of the universe, Lyra's gaze turned to the starry expanse above her. The golden haze of the dream has faded completely, leaving behind a profound and dreamless peace. The astronomer Lyra is asleep, not in the cosmic floating river of starlight, not amongst the silent ships of light sailing across the infinite dark, but here in the real, solid, comforting darkness of her tower room. She is tucked into the furthest corner, curled up in the deep embrace of the old leather chair. Heavy woolen blanket rises and falls with a rhythm that is slow, even, and profoundly calm. Each breath is a long, silent tide, a slow intake of the cool, clean night air, and a long, slow release of warmth and contentment. It is the breathing of a body that is not just resting, but restoring, rebuilding itself in the quiet miracle of sleep. In this realm of dreams and starlight, the only measure is the silence, the profound, enveloping silence of the night. Outside, the wind continues its mournful song, and the trees creak and sigh, bending before its touch. But here in the tower, there is an even deeper silence. We are all asleep, lost in the labyrinthine passages of our dreams, searching for the truth, seeking solace, longing for connection. And in our sleep, we find all of these things and more. We find the courage to face our fears, the strength to overcome our obstacles, the wisdom to guide our path, a silence that is not empty, but full. And when we awaken, we carry a piece of that magic with us, a reminder that even in the darkest of nights, the stars are still shining, and even in the deepest of slumbers, we are never truly alone. To let the profound peace of this sleeping room, this silent watcher of the stars, become your own peace, to let your own breathing be as slow and as calm as hers, to feel the safety of this sanctuary and to allow yourself this same gift of deep, dreamless, and utterly untroubled rest, full of the infinite possibilities of the dreaming world, full of the echoes of Lyra's journey, full of the whispers of the universe. It is a silence that speaks to the deepest parts of our being, reminding us of the vastness of the cosmos and our place within it. It is a silence that can be both terrifying and exhilarating, terrifying in its immensity, exhilarating in its freedom. her face illuminated by a soft shaft of moonlight that now falls across the arm of her chair, is a portrait of perfect serenity. It is stretched and shifted, a silent, slow-moving clock hand, painting a different part of the room with its cool, silvery light. Time is passing, but in this room it has no urgency. It is simply a gentle, flowing stream. A silent tear rolls down Lyra's cheek, tracing a silver path through the golden hue of her sun-kissed skin. It leaves a shimmering trail in its wake, catching the moonlight and turning it into a tiny, transient mirror. It catches the image of her sleeping form, her peaceful face, her upturned chin, her parted lips. It is a single teardrop, yet it carries with it the weight of 1,000 unspoken words, 1,000 untold stories, 1,000 unshed tears. The thoughtful lines on her brow are smoothed away. Her jaw is soft, her lips gently parted in a silent sigh of release. The silence deepens, becoming more profound, more enveloping. It is a silence that invites contemplation, that encourages introspection. It is a silence that beckons us to look within, to explore the hidden recesses of our minds, to confront our deepest fears and to embrace our greatest hopes. There is a faint, lingering trace of a smile, the echo of the beautiful dream she has just journeyed through. It is the face of one whose soul is at peace, whose spirit is whole. She is asleep, wrapped in the soft folds of the heavy woolen blanket, her hands resting lightly on the worn surface of the arm. The ancient stones of the tower, which have stood for centuries, are her silent, steadfast guardians. The thousands of books on their shelves, filled with the stories and the wisdom of ages, are her quiet companions. They have seen her sleep like this 1,000 times, and they keep their watch with a patient, loving silence. On the table, the brass astrolabe catches a stray sliver of moonlight. Its intricate circles and pointers are still a silent testament to the work of the evening. It is a frozen map of a moment in time that has long since passed. Eyelids are closed, her eyelashes resting like tiny dark feathers on her still, flushed cheeks. Constellations, those great silent ships of light, have continued their majestic voyage across the celestial ocean. Cassiopeia, the queen in her chair, who was high in the sky when Lyra first looked out, has now dipped low towards the northern horizon. And the great hunter, Orion, with his belt of 3 bright stars, who was once hidden deep below the earth in Lyra's dream, is now striding across the southern sky, a magnificent figure of wintry light. The world does not stop for our sleep. It continues its grand, silent, beautiful dance, and our sleep is a part of that dance, a necessary rhythm, a sacred pause. It is an act of trust to close our eyes and let the world turn without our watching, and that trust is always rewarded with the peace that allows the body and the mind to heal. She is here in the real, and yet she is still journeying riding on the back of a griffin, through fields of starlight, or swimming through galaxies in the shell of a giant tortoise, or walking hand in hand with a luminous phoenix into a city made of moonlight. This is the deepest hour of the night, the still point, the quiet pivot around which the world turns. Castle below is a great sleeping beast of stone, lost in a silence that is absolute. Here, in the high tower, the silence is even deeper. It is the silence of altitude, of solitude, of a space that touches the edge of the heavens. The only sound is the sighing of the wind outside the window, weaving tales of worlds unknown in the slow, steady pulse of life within the heart of the sleeping astronomer. The moon, now high in the sky, has passed its zenith and begun its slow descent towards the dawn that is still many hours away. It climbs higher and higher, wheeling around on its slow path until it sinks down towards the north and dips below the horizon. As it moves, the pattern of moonlight on the floor changes, stretching and shrinking, growing faint. Then strong again, a silent, slow-moving clock hand measuring the passing of the hours. Here in the tower, Lyra is bathed in moonlight. The glow of the moon spills through the open window and paints a shifting pool of silver. On the stone floor, it touches the front of her chair and bathes her upturned face in a silvery light. The dark strands of her hair catch the moonlight and make them gleam like spun silver. Her brow is furrowed ever so slightly, as if in the dream she is pondering some ancient truth, or reading the patterns of a far-off galaxy. Her full lips are parted ever so slightly, and there is a faint trace of a smile on them, the echo of some half-forgotten laughter from her slumbering journey. It is a peaceful, tranquil scene, a moment of stillness in the ceaseless flow of existence. Let us watch her as she sleeps. Her body is perfectly still, nestled in the deep embrace of the old leather chair. The room itself seems to be watching over her, holding its breath. If you were to look out the window now, you would see that the sky has turned. Hours pass, or perhaps only minutes. Time is not measured here. Patch of moonlight on the stone floor has moved, and then just as quickly as it came, it is gone, vanishing into the folds of her blanket, absorbed by the depths of her being, leaving behind only the faintest trace of its passage, a momentary dampness on her skin, a fleeting coolness in the air. We are all like Lyra in this ancient tower, journeying through the vast expanse of the cosmos, sailing among the stars, exploring the uncharted territories of our inner worlds. For in the end, it is in our dreams, in our moments of quiet reflection, in our periods of deep rest that we discover the true nature of our being, the boundless potential that lies within us all. There is nothing to do now but to share in this stillness. When the last echoes of the dream fade away, you are left in the peace of your still heart, and then the first stirrings of awakening begin. We rest as the whole, peaceful heart of the dream, bathed in the new, gentle light of a cosmic dawn. The pale, silvery gold that seeped in from the edge of our universe continues its slow, patient advance. It is dissolving its own beautiful forms, transforming its wonders back into pure, potential energy. It is a process of letting go and ending because the dream is dissolving its structures, its forms, its lessons, its challenges. They are all being returned to the source from which they came. A beginning because this return is not an abandonment, but a transformation. All that was learned, all that was experienced, all that was healed, it does not vanish. It is carried back into the depths of our being, integrated into the fabric of our soul. Like a river returning to the sea, it replenishes the source from which it flowed. And in that return, it carries with it the essence of the cosmos, the wisdom of the universe. This is the paradox of the dream. Its ending is its beginning. Its death is its life. And this final paradox is the greatest gift of all. For in the final moments of the dream, as the river of light flows at its fullest, most radiant, the boundaries between the dream and the waking world begin to soften. The distinction between the self of the dream and the self of the day begins to blur. As we approach the shores of awakening, we realize that the island of our heart, the still center of our being, has always been there. It was present in the dream, but it is also here in the waking world. It is our true home. It is where we have always been. The journey of the dream was not a voyage to a distant land, but a homecoming to the self. The peace that we found in the river of light is not something to be brought back from a journey, but a recognition of what has always been within our grasp. The dream did not take us somewhere, it brought us back. And so as the first rays of the morning sun touch our closed eyelids, carrying the promise of a new day, we know that the river of light does not end. It continues to flow, not in the realm of the dream, not in the world of the day, but in the boundless ocean of our being, always present, always available, always bringing us home. In the deepest silence of our heart, the gentle murmur of the river resonates, a reminder that the peace of the dream is the peace of our true nature, and that the journey home has always been a part of the way, a gentle, beautiful, and perfect conclusion to the story of the night. Rest in this river of light. Let it carry you. Let its warmth infuse you. There is nothing left to do, nothing left to see. Only this gentle, golden, flowing peace. It is not an invasion, but a gentle persuasion, a soft, warm invitation to the darkness to relax its grip. The light grows fuller now, more pervasive. The thin line of dawn has widened into a great soft wash of color that fills the celestial sphere. It is the color of pale, liquid honey, the color of peace, infused with the quiet promise of renewal, and the beautiful, intricate light gardens. The crystalline structures of our own healed mind begin to respond to this warm, new light. They do not shatter or break. They begin to dissolve. It is a slow, graceful, and beautiful melting. The sharp, perfect edges of the crystal ferns and the glowing blue spires begin to soften. Their geometric precision blurs and their solid forms loosen, transforming back into the pure, liquid light from which they were born. Imagine an icicle not melting from harsh heat, but willingly, peacefully, transforming back into pure, flowing water. This is a dissolution of breathtaking beauty. The light that was locked in the crystalline structures is now released. It flows from the melting gardens. Tiny streams of liquid light begin to trickle. They follow the gentle contours of the dreamscape, flowing down the soft hills of cosmic dust, creating a network of silent, glowing rivers. These rivers merge, growing wider and deeper, until the entire landscape of the dream is filled with the slow, majestic current of a great, golden river. The dream, which was a static garden, has now become a flowing world of light, and the soundscape follows this transformation. The high tinkling, Crystalline notes that were the song of the gardens now soften and melt into the main deep chord. The music loses its sharpness, its distinct edges, and becomes a single flowing resonant hum. It is the sound of liquid gold, the sound of a deep, slow river of peace. Our heart star, the still center of our being, is now an island of calm in the middle of this beautiful flowing river. The golden currents of light wash against our shores, and we absorb their warmth, their energy. Our own steady glow becomes richer, deeper, more vibrant. This is the final stage of the night's great work. The structures of healing are now dissolving. The lessons have been learned, the pathways have been forged, and now the scaffolding can be gently removed. What is left is not a rigid structure, but a fluid, adaptable, and resilient state of peace. You are not leaving the peace behind in the dream. You are transforming it into a state that you can carry with you into the waking world. It is becoming a part of your very nature, a deep, flowing river of calm that will move with you, a silent source of strength and tranquility that you can draw upon at any time. Let yourself float in this final form of the dream. Be the still heart, and be the flowing river that surrounds it. Feel the profound peace of the stillness at your core and the gentle, powerful, fluid strength of the light that flows all around you. The universe of the dream is now preparing for its final, graceful farewell. This moment is both the end and the beginning. There is a darkness here now, deeper than the blue-black of midnight on a clear night. Not because the sky above is lighter, brighter, fuller of stars, but because the room itself is full of shadows, deep and numerous as constellations. Dust motes dance in the lingering moonlight slanting through the high windows, circling around the heavy brass astrolabe on the table, around the empty chair where Lyra sat earlier. But she is gone. The last tiny hidden ember has finally sighed its last breath of warmth. It is bathed in the silvery light of the moon, which pours in through the high window, casting long, thin shadows that stretch and distort across the floor. It is the faintest, deepest groan of ancient timber. They are like the quiet, involuntary sighs and shifts of your own body in the deepest stages of sleep. It is the sound of the physical self letting go, finding its own equilibrium, its own perfect alignment, releasing the tensions of the day in a series of tiny, unconscious adjustments. Slowly, ever so slowly, you begin to let go. Tension eases from your shoulders, your eyelids grow heavy, your muscles relax. Your mind, still focused on the flickering flames, drifts into a tranquil haze. Thoughts drift past like clouds across the summer sky, no longer tethered to the shore of wakefulness. Your awareness widens, encompassing the soft sigh of the wind, the distant call of an owl, the rustle of leaves in the forest. Yet none of these sounds pull you from your inner sanctum. Rather, they blend into the rich tapestry of nighttime, lulling you deeper into tranquility. Fire has surrendered its last embers to the night, its flames extinguished, its warmth a fading memory. And now your breath begins to mirror the rhythm of the dying fire, soft and steady, flowing in and out like the tide on a calm sea. You are rooted to the spot, held fast by the invisible threads of magic and moonlight. The weight of the day, the burdens of your waking hours all fall away, leaving you light, disembodied, free. In this state of blessed oblivion, time itself seems to stand still. There is no past, no future, only the infinite expanse of the eternal present. It is a homecoming of sorts, a return to the womb of the universe from which you came. Here in this quiet, intimate space, you are one with the elements, with the very essence of the earth. You breathe in the scent of old wood and damp stone, the earthy aroma mingling with the faint, sweet perfume of the night-blooming flowers in the garden below. This is the perfume of the wild, unknown, untamed and free. And in this moment, you are untamed and free too. You are part of the grand tapestry of existence woven together with starlight, ancient stones and the whispers of the wind. A great beam somewhere in a hall far below, shifting by a hair's breadth as it settles into the cold of the night. It is not an alarming sound. It is the sound of the castle itself sleeping, the organic, living sound of a very old and very strong structure, dreaming its own long dreams of stone and wood and time. Its massive walls hold countless stories within their aged frame, each knot and crevice whispering tales of lives lived and moments cherished long ago. The very stones seem to sigh with contentment, their rough-hewn surfaces pressing close together in a silent embrace. Outside, the wind may howl and the rain may lash against the windows, but within these ancient walls there is a deep, resonant calm. A sense of timeless peace pervades the old castle, a sanctuary from the restless tides of the world outside. Here, foundations rest upon foundations, each layer binding the next. Reaching down into the very heart of the earth, deep in its core, the earth beats with a steady, primal rhythm, a lullaby as old as time itself. It is a comforting sound, a grounding sound. The instrument of brass once used to read the heavens now lies like an open book. Its page is closed for the night. The moonlight traces the delicate curves of the reed, a ghostly hand running over the slumbering stars. Each engraving, each inscription seems to glow faintly, as if lit from within by the fires of 1,000 dying suns. The instruments of astronomy are still, silent, their measurements laid to rest until the sun climbs higher in the sky. The nocturnal rulers of the hours, the night is their domain, and they reign with an ethereal, silver light. What is this but the shadow of the unseen? A fleeting glimpse of the deeper mysteries that weave through all of existence. What remains is a bed of soft, thick gray ash. As we watch, a small section of it settles, collapsing in on itself with a sound so soft it is almost a feeling rather than a sound. A faint, dusty FSSSS. It is the final exhalation of the day's energy. A complete release. The fire's work is done. It has given its warmth and light, and now it has earned its perfect, cool rest. No need to tidy the hearth, no need to extinguish the last embers completely. They will settle, become part of the ash, surrendering their final spark to the slow, patient darkness. When the first fingers of dawn reach in and touch the cold stones, they will find no flames. Only smoldering embers returning to dust, to the earth, to the endless cycle of becoming and unbecoming. For now, everything is at rest. Nothing stirs. Nothing moves. The only sound is the faint whisper of the night wind weaving tales outside the window. Her form, intangible as smoke, has risen and drifted up the chimney, up and away, borne on the last ascending column of warm air from the extinguished fire. You are alone now in this tower chamber, surrounded by sleeping stories, silent echoes, and the cool ghosts of starlight. The shadows have thickened. The night has deepened. Let us feel the quiet now. It is not merely the absence of sound, though there is that too, a profound, pervasive stillness. A hush so complete it is like a tangible presence in the room. Outside, the wind dances with the leaves in the forest, their whispered laughter carried on the breeze. A distant owl hoots, its call echoing through the trees. Somewhere, a deer shifts restlessly, its soft snort carried on the wind. The night is alive with movement, with energy, even as it remains hushed and still. Here in the tower, the only sounds are the gentle sigh of the air as it drifts through the ancient stones, carrying the faintest, sleepiest of scents. There's the scent of the cold, ancient stones themselves, a smell like the inside of a deep cave or a dry river bed. It is the smell of permanence, of stability. There is also the faint, sweet, waxy scent of the candles that Lyra snuffed out hours ago, a ghost of beeswax and honey that speaks of light and warmth now at rest. And beneath that, the dry, comforting fragrance of old paper and leather from the countless books that line the walls, each one a silent, sleeping story waiting for the dawn. It is the perfume of wisdom, of history, all in a state of peaceful slumber. Breathe in this imaginary air. Let its clean, cool, calming scents fill you, deepening your own sense of peace, of stillness, a vast, enveloping quiet that presses gently against your skin. This is the quiet of the night, deep and ancient, wise and patient. It wraps around you, holding you, anchoring you in its soft embrace. In this sacred space, this stillness resonates with the silence within you, your breath slowing, becoming more shallow. Your heartbeat drums softly against the chambers of your own heart, a steady rhythm echoing the ancient pulse of the earth herself. Closing your eyes, you are cocooned off from the outside world. Here, all is still. Even your thoughts begin to soften, drifting further and further away like clouds across a moonlit sky. This is the quiet of pure potentiality, of infinite possibility. This is the quiet of deep rest. The night is alive. Listen closely. Every rustle, every sigh, every whisper tells a story. Now, let our attention drift to the hearth. Fire, which once crackled with life and danced with vibrant energy, is now truly gone. We turn back to the astrolabe on the table, and from far below, from the deep stone heart of the sleeping castle, a new sound arises. These are the sounds of deep rest, the settling of the ashes, the settling of the castle's bones. We are so grateful to have you here. If you enjoy these stories, please remember to support us. It helps others to find this content too. The deep, heavy stillness of the midnight hour has passed, and now, imperceptibly at first, the world begins its slow, graceful lean towards the morning. The darkness that held such secrets and wonders during the lonely hours is now a soft, receding thing edged with gold and crimson. The night has relinquished its hold. The moon has bid its farewell. The stars are yielding to the encroaching dawn, and the golden sun, now risen, pours its light and warmth upon the world, chasing away the lingering shadows of the night. The sky is a vibrant canvas of azure and rose, and Lyra, emerging from her slumber, steps into the glorious spectacle of the new day. With the innocence of dawn in her eyes, she embraces the promise of a day yet unwritten, a day that stretches before her like a pristine page in an ancient book, waiting for her to inscribe upon it tales of wonder, discovery, and perhaps, if she is fortunate, a touch of magic. For the night may be done, but the story of her life is far from over. The sun climbs higher in the sky, painting the world in hues of gold and emerald. The chill of night gives way to the warmth of day, and Lyra, refreshed and rejuvenated, turns her thoughts to the tasks that await her. The night, with its mysteries and its dreams, fades into a cherished memory, a secret shared between her and the cosmos. The sky, now a brilliant sapphire, stretches above her, a boundless realm of possibility. And Lyra, her spirit soaring, is ready to meet the day with open arms, eager to discover the wonders that it may hold. And so the cycle continues, night yielding to day, dreams fading into reality, and the steadfast rhythm of the universe keeping perfect time. The sun climbs higher and higher, promising a day filled with adventure and discovery. And Lyra, her heart full of wonder, steps forward, ready to embrace the journey that lies ahead. She raises her head from her arms, blinking against the dawning light. Around her, the tower room is alive with color. Gone is the stark, dramatic silhouette of the night. In its place, a luminous, warm scene that is both familiar and strange. The windows are pools of gold and rose, framing the rising sun like a holy relic. The banners hanging from the vaulted ceiling are unfurled, painted with celestial maps and ancient constellations that now gleam in hues of coral and pearl. The furniture, usually so clear and distinct in the moonlight, has softened, taking on a hazy, dreamlike quality. Even the dust motes dancing in the sunlight seem to shimmer with an otherworldly glow. For a moment, Lyra simply exists in this waking dream, savoring the unexpected beauty of her surroundings. Then, as if awakened by a sudden memory, her gaze flies to the moon. Had been so sure of its presence throughout the long night, and now where is it? The moon, her steadfast companion, has slipped beneath the horizon, leaving the sun to reign supreme. The sky, once a canvas of endless black, is now a breathtaking panorama of deep blues and vibrant purples. It is a reminder of how much the world can change, how much she can miss, when her attention is focused inward. As she watches, the eastern sky continues its transformation. The indigo deepens into a rich sapphire flecked with the brightest gold. The sun, though still hidden, is sending forth its first bold rays, eager to paint the world in its colors. The light grows stronger, more insistent, chasing away the last vestiges of night. The shadows in the room stretch and distort, then vanish altogether, leaving Lyra bathed in the warm glow of the rising sun. She rises from the chair, feeling as if she has awakened from a long and vivid dream. The events of the night, the triumphs and the terrors, all feel strangely distant, as if they occurred in another lifetime. But there is something else that troubles her, a sense of loss, of something dearly beloved slipping out of reach. She turns towards the window and gazes out at the boundless expanse of the eastern sky. There, in the heart of the sapphire expanse, a single golden star shines brightly, serenely, unwavering. It is a fixed star, one of those distant suns whose light, after traveling for centuries, reaches her now, unchanged, eternal. This star, which has witnessed the birth and death of countless worlds, is her constant, her connection to the universe's timeless heart. Yet even this fixed star cannot hold its ground forever. The relentless advance of daylight is pushing it lower, closer to the horizon, and soon it will disappear altogether, swallowed by the sun's rising glory. With the passing of the star, Lyra feels the last tendrils of the night ebbing away, surrendering to the inexorable pull of the dawn. For a moment, she stands transfixed, caught between the fading mysteries of the night and the dawning realities of the day. It is a shift that is felt in the bones of the world before it is seen with the eyes. The moon, our faithful, silent companion through the darkest hours, now begins its gentle farewell. It has crossed the great, dark expanse of the sky and is now sinking towards the western horizon. Its light, once a bright, cool silver, has softened, becoming warmer, more golden, as it shines through the thicker atmosphere near the edge of the world. Watch as the patch of moonlight on the stone floor of the tower room recedes. It pulls back from the center of the room, shrinking slowly, its edges blurring. It is a quiet, visual representation of the night beginning to release its hold. The moon is drawing its silver blanket back, preparing the world for the warmth of the sun that is still to come. As the moonlight wanes, the stars themselves begin to change. The faintest stars, the shy, delicate points of light that could only be seen in the absolute blackness of midnight, have already disappeared. They have dissolved back into the fabric of the sky, their gentle light no match for the coming dawn. Brighter stars, the great beacons of the constellations, are still visible, but their character is different now. Orion, the hunter, who strode so brilliantly across the sky, seems to have lost his sharp crystalline edge. His light is softer now, more distant. He is a figure in a memory, a story from the night that is now drawing to a close. The sky is slowly, gently reabsorbing its children. Now, turn your gaze to the east. Turn towards the high arched window that faces the new day. The sky in that direction is no longer a perfect uniform black. A subtle transformation is taking place. At the very lowest part of the horizon, the blackness has deepened into a rich, dark indigo violet. It is the color of the deepest part of a twilight sea. It is the first faint blush of the sun, still hundreds of miles below the horizon. Its light just beginning to touch the highest, thinnest layers of the atmosphere. There is no red, no orange, no yellow. Only this deep, profound, and peaceful blue-black, a promise of the colors that will follow. And Lyra, in her deep and peaceful sleep, senses this change. Her conscious mind is still far away in the dreamless lands of rest, but her body knows. Her body is a part of this world, a part of its rhythms. It feels the great wheel of the night beginning its turn towards morning. Her breathing remains deep, slow, and even, but the quality of her stillness shifts. It is no longer the absolute heavy stillness of deep sleep, but a lighter, more receptive state of rest. Her head, nestled into the worn leather of the chair, turns just a fraction on the cushion, a tiny, unconscious movement towards the east, towards the coming light. It is an ancient instinct, the instinct of the flower to turn towards the sun, the instinct of the sleeping creature to know that the safety of the night is ending and the activity of the day will eventually begin. But for Lyra, this is not a moment of alarm. It is a peaceful, biological alignment with the cosmos she so dearly loves. Her own inner clock is in perfect harmony with the great celestial clock that is the turning of the earth. Thank you. The night has reached its turning point. When Lyra stirs, it is to a world that has changed as the light floods the tower room, bathing every corner in its golden embrace. Lyra turns away from the window and faces the vastness of her own soul. Hey there, welcome to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you like this guided meditation, please do hit the thumbs up button so we can share it with more people. Let's begin. You find yourself in the same place as yesterday. It is not a place of great significance. It is simply where you happen to be when the day ends and the long darkness of night enfolds you. The brass instrument, which was first a golden honey in the firelight, then a cool silver in the moonlight, now undergoes its final transformation. The morning light strikes its surface and the metal glows with a deep, warm, reddish gold. It seems to be drinking in the colors of the dawn, its own inner fire being rekindled by the promise of the sun. Her hand, which has been still upon the blanket for hours, moves. She is resting, recharging, gathering the scattered fragments of her energy so that she can once again take up the reins of her physical form. You sense her deep connection to her body, the profound respect she has for her own needs and rhythms. You are no longer in the quiet solitude of night. Are you disturbed by the growing bustle of the waking world? You are in a liminal space between two worlds, between sleep and wakefulness, between the old day and the new. Time itself seems to slow and the boundaries of the self dissolve into the greater whole. In this sacred space of transition, you find a deep, abiding peace. You admire this about her. It is not weakness, but strength, and not selfishness, but generosity towards herself. She sits up, blinking against the bright morning light pouring in through her window. Lyra rises from her bed, ready to greet the new day with open arms, eager to see what wonders it may bring. She shivers, pulling her blanket closer around her shoulders, and yawns, stretching her arms overhead. As she does, her gaze falls upon the empty chair opposite her bed. She remembers your presence from the evening before, the shared stories, the laughter, the comfortable silence. She smiles, feeling the warmth of those memories like a comforting blanket around her heart. You recognize this as a hard-won wisdom, the fruit of many seasons of living. Her fingers curl slightly, a tiny, involuntary motion, and then relax again. A wisp of dark hair, loose from its braid, falls across her cheek and she swats it away with the flat of her palm, sending another dark lock tumbling over her shoulder. Her eyelids flutter, but do not part. For a long moment she remains still, basking in the lingering warmth of her slumber. Her breathing is slow and even, her heart beating in time with the soft pulse of the dying embers in the hearth. The world is waking, the sun is rising, birds are singing, a hawk cries out in the boundless sky. But none of it has power to disturb the fragile peace of her sleep. You find yourself captivated by the astrolabe, not because you consciously desire to study its intricate design or ponder its celestial purpose, but simply because you are mesmerized by the interplay of light and metal, of shadow and shine. Colors deepen and intensify, no longer the soft, subtle hues of dawn, but the full, vibrant glory of the noonday sun. The hawk cries again, and this time a second joins its chorus, their cries echoing and answering one another. Other birds begin to stir, the quiet murmur of wings stirring in the trees. In the distance, the sounds of the waking world begin to drift up the hill. The clatter of a blacksmith's hammer, the measured clip-clop of a horse's hooves on cobblestones, the low rumble of wagons. Over a far-off bridge, the distant call of a shepherd to his flock. All these sounds, like threads of a rich tapestry, begin to weave together the fabric of a new day. It is pure aesthetic pleasure. The image is seared into your mind, a deep, rich, warm memory that has nothing to do with personal experience. It is just a thing of beauty, and you drink it in, savoring every nuance, every subtle gradation. As you came in the dusk, you are here now in the deep indigo twilight, and sigh of the air itself as the warm breeze finds its way through cracks in the ancient stones. It is the single, sharp, piercing cry of a hawk high on the first thermal updrafts of the morning. Cree! The sound is immensely distant, a tiny pinprick in the vast fabric of the silence. It does not startle you. There's something about the utter wildness of the sound, its complete lack of concern for your own peaceful contemplation, that brings a smile to your lips. It's not an intrusion. It is the sound of the wild, lonely freedom of the sky itself greeting the new day. This sound, this first note in the day's great song, filters down to the sleeping astronomer. You are completely relaxed, eyes gazing upon the astrolabe, breathing in time with the subtle inflections of the wind. Your awareness is still anchored to the present moment, but it is also expanding outward to encompass the greater whole. You feel utterly at peace with the world. Around you, the last sounds of the day are fading away. You heard the closing gate of the castle behind you, the dying ember of a campfire far off in the trees, the last murmur of voices drifting home along the path. Now all is silent except for the sighing wind in the trees, which makes no sound at all. In this profound, enveloping silence, you rest. Your senses have already begun to soften. The coolness of the stone against your skin is soothing, calming. Even the weight of your body, which you barely noticed when it was amid the activities of the day, now feels pleasantly grounding, centering. The deep indigo violet on the eastern horizon holds for a long, beautiful moment a final, deep breath of the night, and then, from below it, the new day begins its silent symphony of color. A thin, impossibly straight line of deep magenta appears, dividing the dark indigo from the unseen horizon. It is a single, perfect brushstroke of vibrant color painted across the edge of the world. Then, above this line, the indigo begins to soften, infused from below with a slow welling blush of dusty rose. The colors do not rush. They bleed into one another with infinite slowness, a divine watercolor painting in motion. Rose lightens to a soft, warm peach, which in turn gives way to a pale, creamy orange near the horizon. The dark dome of the night sky is now a beautiful, layered gradient from the deep, stardusted black at its zenith down through shades of blue, rose, and orange to the bright, secret promise of the hidden sun. And this new, warm, colorful light begins to pour into the tower room. It is a different light from the cool, analytical silver of the moon. This is a light of warmth, of emotion, of life. It streams through the high eastern window and transforms the familiar space. The cold, gray stones of the tower walls lose their austerity. They're now washed in a soft, rosy glow, as if the stones themselves are blushing in the morning light. The dark leather spines of the books on their shelves seem to warm and enrich, their golden lettering catching the new light with a soft, gentle gleam. Your gaze, drawn to the spectacle of the sky, follows the subtle play of colors and finds rest upon the astrolabe. In the profound silence of the tower, The only sound is the subtle shift, and then a sound cuts through the silence. A sound which does not intrude but seems to rise organically from the immensity of the sky. Lyra stirs. She shifts slightly on the rug, burying her face deeper into the soft woolen blanket before her. You remain seated upon the rug, eyes closed, sensing the stir in the other room. Knowing that while Lyra is not yet ready to join you in the tower, she is also not truly gone. Outside, the light continues to shift and change, moving from peach to orange to gold. Still, you remain seated in the deepening silence of the tower, breathing deeply, feeling the sun's warmth upon your skin. In the next room, Lyra turns from her side, her eyes fluttering open, and as the sun climbs higher in the sky, bathing her chamber in its warm glow. Thank you very much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this guided meditation, please do leave a thumbs up so we can share it with more people. Somewhere out there, a new day is beginning. The dawn sky is a masterpiece of soft, warm color. The room is filled with a gentle, rosy glow, and the world outside is stirring with the first quiet sounds of life. And now, the moment the entire night has been waiting for arrives. The beam of sunlight moves off the table and touches her hand where it rests on the woolen blanket. It is the voice of her inner self, the echo of her deepest wisdom, her intuition. And the message is simple, clear, and kind. The wisdom of the stars, the rhythm of the seasons, the dance of life and death, the music of the spheres, and the timeless truth that within each of us lies the potential for infinite wisdom and power. Rise, my child, the day has begun. And as she hears these words, as she feels the warmth of the sun, the melody of the birds, the light on her skin, something stirs deep within her. A gentle, wordless song rises within her chest. It is a song of pure, quiet joy, a celebration of simply being alive and awake in this exquisite moment. The song rises higher, becoming a powerful, wordless chant. It vibrates through every cell of her body, shaking away the lingering traces of sleep and doubt. The chant reaches a crescendo, and then, just as quickly, it is stilled. In its wake, a profound, unshakable stillness settles upon her. It is the stillness of someone who has just emerged from a deep, restorative sleep, someone who has received the blessings of the sun, the earth, and the sky, someone who is centered, grounded, and at peace. Slowly, gently, Lyra opens her eyes. The soft, rosy light of dawn is still upon the walls, but the silvery glow of night has completely faded. Now, all around her, the colors of the room are clear and sharp. The rough-hewn stones, the heavy wooden beams, the familiar shapes of her blankets and pillows, everything is new and vivid as if seen for the very first time. She takes a deep breath, feeling the crisp, clean air fill her lungs. Then another breath and another until her breathing is easy, natural, and relaxed. Now, she is fully awake, her eyes clear and bright, taking her surroundings. She sits up on the blanket, her joints moving with a newfound suppleness, her muscles relaxed and energized. She glances down at her hands, noting their healthy, strong appearance. The journey through the dreamscape, the communion with the cosmos, the restoration of her body and soul, it has all left her feeling refreshed, rejuvenated, and deeply connected to herself and the world around her. It is a feeling she intends to carry with her throughout the day. With a sense of calm purpose, she begins to rise from her slumber. She carefully disentangles herself from the blanket, then pushes herself to her feet. As she does, she stretches, feeling the muscles in her arms, legs, and spine loosen and lengthen. Movements are slow, controlled, and graceful, like those of a seasoned dancer. Each stretch is held for a few moments, allowing the tension to melt away before she moves on to the next one. Her face is serene, her posture upright, and her eyes are closed in concentration and peace. As she finishes her last stretch, Lyra takes a moment to center herself. She stands still, breathing deeply and feeling the solidity of the earth beneath her feet and the warmth of the sun on her skin. In this moment of stillness, she feels a profound sense of gratitude for the gift of a new day, for the sanctuary of her hidden valley home, and for the strength and vitality that surge through her veins. With a newfound sense of energy and clarity, she turns her attention to the tasks ahead. Her steps are light, her movements are fluid, and her gaze is focused with quiet determination. She moves with the grace and ease of someone who has found their center and is ready to embrace whatever the day may bring. She feels the warmth, the gentle, penetrating heat that is different from the fading warmth of the embers or the passive warmth of the blanket. This is an active, living warmth, the warmth of the sun. The sounds of the morning are growing now, too. The single, high-hawk cry has been joined by a chorus of smaller birds in the forest far below. Their song, muffled by the thick stone walls, is a gentle, melodic tapestry of chirps and whistles. It is the sound of the world joyfully, energetically greeting the day, and Lyra, on the very edge of consciousness, receives all of these signals. The warmth on her skin, the dazzling light through her closed eyelids, the gentle, rising chorus of the birds. Her body, fully rested and restored, is now ready. The long, deep, restorative processes of the night are complete. The journey through the dreamscape, the absorption of the cosmic wisdom, the peaceful integration, all of it has led to this moment. Her breathing changes one last time. It is no longer the slow, deep tide of sleep, but the calm, easy, rhythmic breath of someone about to open their eyes. There is a final, peaceful sigh, a release of the last remnants of the night. She is no longer asleep, but she is not yet quite awake. She is hovering in that beautiful, peaceful, warm state of perfect readiness. A state of pure, calm potential, waiting for the simple, gentle impulse to begin a new day. On the far eastern horizon, a single, dazzling point of brilliant, white-hot light appears. The sun dot, not the whole sun, just its very top edge peeking over the curve of the earth. It is a light of incredible purity and power, a diamond spark that instantly banishes the last of the soft, pre-dawn colors. This first point of light sends a single, straight, horizontal ray shooting across the world. It flies over the sleeping forests and silent valleys and finds the high stone tower of the castle. It finds the eastern window of the astronomer's room, and it enters. A ray of sunlight, sharp and defined, strikes the far western wall of the circular room. It creates a small, brilliant patch of golden white light on the cool, gray stone. It is the first direct touch of the new day. As the sun continues its slow, majestic ascent, this patch of light begins to move. It slides down the wall and onto the floor, a slow, deliberate brushstroke of pure morning. It illuminates the air it passes through, revealing a universe of tiny, sleeping dust motes. And in the sunbeam, they are no longer just dust. They are a swirling, dancing galaxy of tiny golden sparks, a silent, joyful celebration of the return of the light. The beam of light continues its quiet journey across the room. It glides over the worn patterns of an old rug. It passes the leg of the heavy oak table, and then it finds the astrolabe. The brilliant, pure light of the sun strikes the polished brass and the instrument, which has measured the faint, reflected light of the stars and moon, receives the direct greeting of its own home star. The reaction is spectacular. A flash of dazzling, golden light explodes from the surface of the brass, scattering 100 tiny reflections across the ceiling and walls. For a moment, the entire room is filled with a shower of dancing, golden light, a final, beautiful firework display to honor the new day. This new, bright, warm light now finds its way to Lyra, and that impulse comes to her in a whisper, barely perceptible voice that seems to come from everywhere and nowhere at once. And so the cycle continues day after day, year after year, as Lyra, the eternal student, forever learns the ancient lessons of the cosmos. You awaken in the stillness of your high tower. It is the hour before sunrise, the time when the veils between the worlds are thinnest and magic flows easiest. The rest of the world may slumber, but you are waking your astral body, journeying through the cosmos. You traverse these boundless reaches of existence with a sense of familiarity and purpose. You are a master of the astral planes, able to bend the very fabric of the universe to your will. You fly across the star-strewn void with the grace and ease of a master. Your spirit, free and unbound, navigates the infinite pathways of the universe, drawn by the ancient wisdom of the cosmos and the call of your soul. This is the core of your being, the place where your true power and wisdom reside. You navigate the vastness of space with newfound ease, guided by the light of the heart star within you, changed by your journey through the astral planes and the gathering of your soul's fragments. Some of these fragments might manifest as lucid dreams or premonitions that offer guidance. They are tools, keys to understanding the deeper truths of existence. It reminds you of your connection to the cosmos and the boundless potential that lies dormant within you. Can you hear the whispers carried on the astral winds? Do you feel the echoes of your soul resonating through the cosmos? Your name, it's more than just a sound. It's a vibration, a frequency that carries the essence of your being. It's a key that unlocks the doors of the universe, a password that grants access to the hidden realms of magic and wonder. You are more than just a dreamer, for you are a master of the astral planes. It connects you to the ancestral wisdom of your bloodline, to the lineage of souls that have walked this earth before you. So let your name ring out, let it echo through the halls of eternity. Let it be a beacon that draws the attention of the cosmos. for in your name lies the power to unlock the mysteries of the universe and to harness the energies that shape our world. Embrace your name, for it is a key to the magic that lies within you. By embracing your name, you honor the legacy that has been passed down to you. You acknowledge the struggles and triumphs of your ancestors, the lessons they learned, and the gifts they left behind. This ripple carries your intention, your desire to connect with the vast energies of the universe. Your name is written in celestial fire across the inky blackness of space. With each letter, a constellation is born, a map of your soul's journey. As you watch, galaxies swirl into existence. Nebulous clouds of cosmic energy taking shape around your name. Each star that twinkles in the darkness is a witness to your being, a silent observer of your journey through the cosmos. It's a way of tuning yourself to the cosmic frequency, of opening your consciousness to the boundless possibilities that surround you. They align themselves along the path of your destiny, guiding you toward your highest potential. The very fabric of the universe resonates with the sound of your name. It echoes through the chambers of your heart, vibrating at the core of your being. When you embrace your name, you embrace the unique melody that sets you apart. It's a melody that speaks of your origins, your heritage, the stories that have shaped you. It's a melody that carries the hopes and dreams of those who came before you, the aspiration and ambitions that they held close to their hearts. You are more than just a seeker, for you have found wisdom and power among the stars. You are a conduit of cosmic energy, a channel through which the wisdom and magic of the universe flow. And as you continue to walk your path in this world, you carry with you the gifts of your astral journey, forever changed by the mysteries of the cosmos. As you integrate these fragments into your waking life, you begin to see the world in a new light. You recognize the interconnectedness of all things and the divine spark that resides within every person and every creature. You also gain a deeper understanding of yourself, your purpose, and your place in the grand tapestry of existence. The challenges you faced in your astral journey become opportunities for growth and transformation. The shadows and obstacles you overcame no longer hold power over you. Instead, they serve as reminders of your strength and resilience in the face of adversity. Approach each challenge with a sense of calm and clarity, knowing that you possess the wisdom and power to navigate any difficulty. Others may appear as sudden bursts of inspiration or moments of clarity that unlock new possibilities. Still others may come to you in meditation or contemplation, weaving their wisdom into the fabric of your daily life. The world is the same, yet different, for your eyes now hold the wisdom of the stars. You are filled with a profound sense of connection to all things, for you have seen the patterns that bind the universe together. You have witnessed the birth and death of stars and the dance of cosmic creation, and in your heart, the heart star shines brightly, guiding you in your waking life. As you pass through the veil that separates the astral and physical realms, you bring with you the wisdom and power of the cosmos. As you absorb the heart star into yourself, you experience a profound sense of completion. The fragmented pieces fit together perfectly, forming a whole that is greater than the sum of its parts. In this moment, you realize that you are a master of the astral planes, capable of traversing the universe and gathering the wisdom and power that is rightfully yours. The journey may take you to distant star systems, to far-flung galaxies, or to realms beyond the furthest reaches of space and time. These represent the unresolved issues and traumas that still linger within your psyche. However, you face them with the courage and wisdom born of your astral mastery. With each challenge overcome, you shed another layer of limitation, coming closer to wholeness with every step. In your astral travels, you encounter wondrous sights and unimaginable wonders. Nebulae swirl around you in vibrant hues, each swirl and eddy a silent testament to the creative forces of the cosmos. You are here to gather the threads of your soul, to gather the fragments of your being scattered throughout the cosmos. Each fragment represents a piece of your soul's wisdom and power, and as you gather them, your spiritual strength grows. You are reconnecting with the essence of who you are, remembering the truths that bind the universe together. You witness the birth and death of stars, each a celestial furnace forging the elements that form worlds. You may converse with the spirits of wisdom that dwell among the stars, gaining insights into the mysteries of existence. You could also meet the souls of your ancestors and other kindred spirits who join you on your journey. They become your companions as you explore the boundless realms of the astral plane. But your journey is not without purpose. As you continue your travels, you may encounter shadows and obstacles. Your journey culminates in the gathering of the final fragment of your soul, the heart star. With your journey complete, it is time for you to return. Now you find yourself once again in the familiar surroundings of your room, but you are no longer the same. You may recall fragments of your astral journey, visions and insights that can help you navigate the challenges of the physical world. These gifts from the cosmos are not mere souvenirs of your astral adventures, and always within you shines the heart star, a constant source of light and guidance. Your name whispered on the lips of the wind, dancing among the stars. When you speak your name aloud, when you consciously pronounce the syllables that weave together the fabric of your identity, you create a ripple in the astral sea. Imagine standing at the edge of a vast, star-studded expanse, and when you speak your name, those stars respond. Your name is a bridge between past, present, and future. It is a celebration of self, a recognition of your place in the grand tapestry of existence. The room is filled with the soft, pale light of early dawn, kind of light that paints everything in hushed tones of gray and silver. In the center of this tranquil space sits a woman of about 40, her form relaxed yet composed in a wicker chair. Her hair, the color of spun moonlight, is braided and pinned, framing a face etched with an ageless serenity. Eventually, turning away from the window, she moves with quiet fluidity through her simple, rustic kitchen. Her movements are those of one who is completely at ease in her surroundings, her body moving in perfect harmony with the rhythm of her small, cozy home. Here, amidst a riot of fragrant herbs and medicinal plants, she moves with the grace of one who is deeply connected to the natural world. Inside, the late afternoon sun is beginning its slow descent, casting long shadows across the floor. The air is still, heavy with the scent of wood smoke and herbs. She sets to work, her movements precise and sure. First, she cleanses her hands, pouring water over them from a chipped clay jar. She washes the gathered herbs with the same care, her fingers delicately brushing away any impurities. Then, with a mortar and pestle, she begins the slow, rhythmic process of grinding the herbs. The air fills with their pungent aroma, mingling with the scent of old wood and leather. As the sun dips lower, painting the sky in hues of amber and rose, she pauses, lost in thought. The rhythmic grind has a calming effect, bringing a sense of peace that mirrors the stillness of the twilight sky. Outside, the wind rustles through the trees, carrying the songs of birds returning to their nests. For a moment, she listens, her movement slowing as if in harmony with the symphony of the forest. When she returns to her task, it is with renewed focus, her determination unwavering. The fading light does little to dim her resolve, for she works not just for necessity, but for the sheer joy of creation. In this ancient tower, as the last rays of sunlight paint the walls in shades of purple and red, she completes her task. The air is thick with the potent essence of her creation, a testament to the power held within these humble ingredients. Placing her tools aside, she gazes out at the darkening sky, her silhouette framed by the glowing embers of the setting sun. The tranquility of the forest is her constant companion, its embrace enveloping her in a sense of profound connection. The whispering leaves become a chorus celebrating the enduring strength of her spirit, rustling of small paws in the undergrowth, a reminder of the abundant life that teems just beyond her window. As the first stars begin to appear, breaking the darkening canvas above, she feels a deep sense of belonging. She is part of this timeless cycle, a link in the chain of existence that binds past, present, and future. The loneliness she sometimes feels is soothed by the knowledge that she is never truly alone. The spirits of the forest, the whispers of her ancestors, and the echoes of her own resilience surround her, offering solace and strength. In the deepening twilight, she finds comfort in the ancient wisdom of the trees, their roots anchoring them to the earth and their branches reaching towards the heavens. Embracing the mysteries of the cosmos, as darkness falls and the moon ascends its nightly journey across the sky, she knows that the forest is watching over her, sharing its ancient wisdom and unwavering strength. Peace of the forest envelops her, carrying with it the promise of a new dawn in the endless cycle of life, death, and rebirth. And so, in the heart of the ancient forest, beneath the watchful gaze of the stars and the silent embrace of the trees, she finds her solace, her strength, and her enduring hope. Her hands, calloused yet gentle, know the secrets of each leaf and stem. She gathers what she needs, her movements a silent conversation with the plants themselves. The air is alive with the hum of insects and the melody of birds, creating a symphony of nature's bounty. As she gathers her herbs, her keen eyes miss nothing. She notes the delicate bloom of a rare wildflower or the telltale signs of a maturing fruit with quiet satisfaction. The bounty of the earth is her livelihood, her connection to the rhythms of nature, and she respects and values this bond deeply. Each plant she plucks is a source of healing, sustenance, or potential magic, and she treats them all with reverence. Her tower, a place seemingly untouched by time, stands nestled amidst a sprawling forest. Its thick stone walls, weathered and moss-covered, have echoed with the whispers of countless seasons. Within these ancient confines, nestled high above the ground, has carved out a life of quiet solitude. Sunlight streams through the numerous arrow slits set high in the stone walls, painting the earthen floors in mosaic patterns. The windows are crafted from sheets of clear, sparkling ice, a marvel of her own design, which allow her to gaze out at the changing tapestry of the seasons, without ever needing to leave her sanctuary. Simple furniture made from rough-hewn wood and sturdy leather is placed with care, each item holding not just a function, but a story of its own. The walls are adorned with tapestries depicting scenes from a forgotten past, and every corner is imbued with the scent of wood smoke and old magic. A worn wooden table stands in the center of the room, a testament to countless meals shared and stories told. Above it, a large cauldron hangs from a sturdy iron hook, a relic from days when herbal concoctions simmered within its depths, filling the tower with healing aromas. In the far corner, a loom sits patiently, its wooden frame intricately carved. Here she weaves not just cloth, but moments of tranquility into being. Her eyes, the color of polished amber, are closed, her breathing slow and even, perfectly in sync with the rhythm of the forest outside. The tools she uses are simple, yet their presence speaks of resilience and resourcefulness. An axe hangs by the door, its handle smooth from years of use, a silent guardian of her solitude. Bow and a quiver of arrows lean against the wall, whispering of a time when skill and precision were vital for survival. On the table, a hand-carved knife and a wooden bowl speak of simpler times, of meals shared and stories told. As the morning deepens, she descends the spiral staircase, its stone steps worn smooth by countless footsteps over the years. Each step echoes with the whispers of the past, connecting her to the generations that have walked this path before her. At the bottom of the stairs, a sturdy wooden door awaits, its surface etched with arcane symbols that hint at the secrets held within. With a gentle touch, she pushes the door open, revealing a passageway that winds into the heart of the ancient tower. The air within is cool and still, carrying the scent of ages past and the promise of hidden wonders. She steps inside, her silhouette framed by the doorway, a lone figure disappearing into the labyrinth of time and stone. For a long, peaceful moment, she simply sits, allowing the new day to settle into her senses. She is in no hurry. The sun will continue to rise, the birds will continue to sing, and the day will wait for her. This quiet, still moment of transition is a gift, and she accepts it with a gentle, silent grace. Then, with a sense of simple, clear purpose, she decides to begin. Her hands move to the heavy woolen blanket on her lap. Slowly, mindfully, she begins to fold it. She notices the familiar, rustic texture of the wool under her fingertips, a texture she has known for years. She feels its comforting weight as she lifts it. She folds it once, then twice, her movements economical and precise. A cloud of tiny dust motes, invisible until now, dances in the sunbeam as she moves the fabric. She places the neatly folded blanket in the basket beside her chair, a quiet, simple ritual that marks the official end of the night's rest. Now she prepares to stand. She places her hands on the worn leather arms of the chair, feeling their smooth, cool surface. She pushes herself up, and the old chair gives a final, friendly groan of protest and companionship. She rises to her feet, feeling the long, pleasant stretch in her legs, her back. She feels the solid, cool stone of the floor beneath the thin soles of her slippers, a grounding, stable sensation that connects her to the ancient foundations of her home. She stands for a moment, letting her body adjust, a tall, serene figure in the golden morning light. Then she turns and walks the few steps to the large eastern window. She stands before the vast open sky, the same sky she had watched fill with stars so many hours ago. But now it is a completely different world. The deep, velvet black has been replaced by a brilliant, breathtaking, and cloudless blue. The sun, no longer a single point of light on the horizon, is a full, dazzling orb climbing steadily, flooding the world with its glorious, life-giving energy. She looks out over the landscape. The dark, undulating shapes of the forest are now revealed in all their textured green and brown detail. A thin, white mist is rising from the valleys, dissolving in the morning warmth. The distant mountains, which had been invisible silhouettes against the stars, are now sharp and clear, their rocky peaks glowing in the sun. The world looks clean, fresh, and new, as if it, too, has just woken from a deep and restorative sleep. She breathes in the morning air. It is warmer now, and it carries new scents. The smell of the damp earth, of the pine needles, and the forest warming in the sun, of the clean, vast, open sky. It is the smell of life, of potential, of a new day beginning. And standing there, bathed in the warm, brilliant light, feeling the gentle breeze on her face, listening to the joyful symphony of the birds, a profound sense of gratitude swells in her heart. It is not a thought, but a deep, overwhelming feeling. Gratitude for the simple, profound beauty of the world. Gratitude for the quiet sanctuary of her tower. Gratitude for the rest and peace of the night. Gratitude for the unfailing, majestic dance of the sun, the moon, and the stars. She has brought the peace of her journey with her out of the dream, out of the sleep, and into the waking moment. It is not a fragile thing that shatters with the first light. It is a deep, resilient, and quiet strength, a calm center, peaceful heart ready to meet the day not with frantic energy, but with a slow, mindful, and appreciative grace. She lingers at the window, her quiet communion with the morning complete. Her spirit is bright and clear as the day itself. She moves with practiced grace, preparing for her day ahead. She finds her way to her herb garden, a sanctuary brimming with the scents and colors of life. With her gathering complete, she returns to the quiet sanctuary of her tower. Lyra straightens slowly, feeling the joints of her shoulders and hips pop with the effort. Her gaze remains fixed on the brilliance above, taking in one last view of the endless expanse of night before the skylight begins to lighten. In the light of the morning, it seems different. It feels less like a tool and more like a dear friend who has shared a long and beautiful journey with her. She shakes it out with a soft whoosh of sound, and the dark fabric ripples in the air. We settled into the quiet of a high tower warmed by a crackling fire. We watched and listened as the beautiful brass astrolabe was polished and prepared. Piece by intricate piece, we journeyed with the astronomer into the vast, silent beauty of the night sky, and then deeper still into a dream of flowing starlit rivers and blossoming gardens of light. We felt our own consciousness dissolve in ray form, becoming whole, peaceful, and strong. And we rested in the heart of that peace as the dream gently gave way to the first soft colors of the dawn. We felt the warmth of the first sunbeam. We heard the first bird song. We woke, gently, peacefully, to a new day, carrying the quiet strength and the deep calm of the night within us. And now, your own journey for this night is complete. All the peace you have felt, all the quiet you have experienced is yours to keep. It resides in your own center now, your own peaceful heart. If you are still awake, know that you can carry this tranquility with you into your day. Let it be a source of quiet strength, a calm harbor you can return to in your thoughts. May your day be as peaceful and as beautiful as the astronomer's morning. If you are on the edge of sleep or already deep within its embrace, then let my voice be the last, gentle whisper that releases you completely. Let go of the story. Let go of my voice. There's nothing left to do but to drift on that beautiful, silent river of your own deep, restorative sleep. Thank you for joining me. Rest now, rest well, sleep deep. Peace be with you. With great care, she drapes the silk cloth over the astrolabe. The fabric settles gently over the intricate brasswork, conforming to its complex shape. It is like tucking a cherished child into bed. The dazzling gleam of the brass is now hidden, shielded from the dust and the bright light of the day, left to dream in its own quiet darkness. The Stargazer star-taker can now sleep. Lyra's hands rest for a moment on the soft, silk-covered shape. A silent thank you, a quiet promise of another night of discovery to come. Then she turns away. Our room is bright and peaceful. The sun is higher now, the light pouring in full of energy and life. The air is fresh. Birds are singing their hearts out in the forest below. A new day has truly, fully begun, and Lyra, calm, whole, and deeply rested, is ready to meet it. She reaches out a hand, not to use it, but simply to touch it, her fingers old and wise. Gently trace the outer rim, the circle of the 24 hours. The brass is warm now. Having soaked in the direct light of the sun, it is a pleasant, living warmth, so different from the cool, neutral feel it had under the moonlight. Her fingers drift inwards, lightly brushing over the openwork web of the reed. The delicate pointers that had shown her the positions of her beloved stars. She feels a deep, quiet affection for this object, for its beauty, its precision, and the long history of knowledge and wonder it represents. It is a keeper of cosmic secrets and her trusted partner in exploring them. The night's work is done. The astrolabe, like the astronomer, has earned its rest for the day. She takes a deep breath, feeling the familiar ache of her ribs expand, filling her lungs with the night-scented air. The movement causes her silvery hair, which has been threaded with sapphire ribbons, to swing, momentarily obscuring her view of the cosmos. She lets it fall back, settling again onto the rug before the astrolabe. For a moment, she says nothing, her eyes still tracking the slow arc of a constellation across the heavens. But her moment of gratitude at the window is complete. With a final, appreciative look at the brilliant blue sky, Lyra turns from the light and walks back towards the center of her quiet room. Her steps are slow and deliberate, the soft slippers making almost no sound on the ancient stone. Her destination is the heavy oak table where her companion from the night before, the astrolabe, still rests glowing warmly in the sunbeam. She stands before it, looking down at its intricate face. In the dark of the night, it was a tool, a way to translate the silent language of the stars. With her other hand, Lyra picks up a large, square cloth of dark, soft silk that was folded neatly on the table. And so our story, The Stargazer's Astrolabe, comes to its gentle end. We have traveled far together this night,